All right, so what's up, summoners? King Blair here. We are back with another stream. So what we'll be doing in this stream is we will be talking about first just kind of completing the challenge. So if you guys didn't know, the past two videos have been me climbing to RTA to champion using only RGB, and I actually made it. So we're going to be doing a full breakdown of the units I used, the drafting I used, why did I do certain drafts, kind of breaking that down. We'll probably make more videos in the future and more, not more streams, but more videos talking about this, like maybe next week, some of the things I learned. And I can talk about it on stream as well. So if you're joining the stream, this is an early sneak peek into the video. So yeah, and I'll be breaking that down. I'll show the builds since I know a lot of people are curious about the builds. We'll do a little bit of fights, and you guys will see. I mean, we completed the challenge. You know, it was a little bit faster than I thought. We just ended up ending quicker than I expected. One of the reasons is because I actually did 2 to 3 hours of RTA off stream. And hey, what's up, Junction? Can you hear me? I hope you can hear me. If not, that would be very sad. But yeah, it's gonna be a good time. So should be fun. We should also be doing some fight room. Let you guys fight my RGB team as well as fight one another, kind of like a fight night type of setting. So that should be all fun and good. But yeah, it's pretty cool stuff, right? We got to do a lot of really cool stuff with the RGB challenge. We'll also be talking about actual RTA on the way up. It has been a challenge because there's a lot of new meta units that I was not aware of until I started climbing, and I did not know how I was gonna beat, but I managed to beat them. One of the units, Sermia, actually came in clutch, so we'll talk about all that as well, kind of like the meta, kind of what to expect going forward. Junction, no, I actually completed it. This is the third stream, right? And I have the battle logs. These were off stream, but they were all RGB, and without Cerise and Kluri, you will not see a single draft that I made, even like the ones I lost, was all RGB. And for the most part, they're all on stream, with the exception of the climb to champion, because I did it off stream, just because I got carried away. And I probably should have saved it for you guys, but I got greedy and I wanted to finish it. Mainly because this might be the last time I stream for at least another week, and I didn't want to decay it, right? Because I'm going to be doing some other stuff this weekend, and I'm not going to be as available as I normally am to do streams. So yeah. We got lucky. We paired off against a lot of the same people on the way down. But all right, let's break it down, right? So first, let's look at the units. Then I'll show you guys some of the fights that I did, and then we can do some fights, and you'll see some of the stuff I did. And this will also go just general tips. I mean, it was. Do I recommend this challenge for other people? No. And hey, what's up, Moises? This challenge is actually really a lot harder than I expected, and it required me to play a very specific type of way. I was having to play a lot better and a lot smarter than I normally do, because I can't rely on those OP units that I normally rely on, right? Like all my ML heroes. So that was really sad. But all right, let's start looking at the units, right? And if it's your first time, feel free to ask me about any unit, and I can talk more in depth about it. But I will be going pretty in depth for each of the units, and then we'll open up the room and we'll have some chatting on the background as you guys have some fights. But the first one was actually the Sermia. So I built her because I really like Sermia, but she ended up coming in clutch a lot more than I expected, right? But I'm not going to start with Sermia. I'm going to start with my team core. So I'll get back to the Sermia in a second, but I want to start with the team core, right? And that was going to be Ras, Kluri, and Cerise. Those were the three units. And hey, nice healer that you got to beat Jinx nice and easy. But those were the three core units. So Ras, Kluri, and Cerise. They're kind of the units that I really heavily relied on. I use these three units together in combination like 99% of the matches that I did. Of like the 60 plus matches that I did, they were in over like 90% of them, and all three of them together, because they just work so well together and have so much. So let's go each one on one, starting with Ras. Now this is a pretty good Ras. I'm not gonna lie to you guys and tell you guys that this is an easy to build Ras. No, it's a pretty end game Ras. It's pretty peak. It's not the best Ras out there. The only difference between my Ras and other people's Rosses in Legend is Legend players' Rosses are 20 speed faster and 200 defense higher, right? So besides those stats, it's a pretty good Ras. I'm not gonna tell you guys that it's a bad Ras. It's a really good Ras, right? And it has some really, really good gear pieces on it. Like, even though it's purple, it has some amazing sub rolls all across the board. Here's probably the place where we can get the most speed and health / defense back, right? Because we're wasting a lot on the crit rate. This one, it's like, I mean, it's you can't get much better than this, right? It's hard to get any type of gear better than this. So it is a really good Ras, but Ras is a unit that is worth it. This was not something I actually re-geared for the challenge. This was something that I actually had already built like this. So Ras is a unit that you should consider investing. It's a completely free unit, right? If you don't have a Ras and you're struggling in RTA, that's on you, right? Because this is a free unit. It's a 3-star free unit. Uses a 4-star artifact that you should have multiple copies of. And the gear, it is really good, but you don't need this exact same gear to have like similar success, right? I was climbing all the way to champion. For most of you guys, all you care about is masters. And for masters, you don't need nearly the exact same gear requirement, right? So that's the Ras. Where did I draft him? He was core. I drafted him every single time. Yeah, I remember when I used to hit on Ras too. Dude, this unit changed my life. So where did I draft him? And why did I draft him? So the main thing was going to be this S2. One of the things I was worried about coming into this was things like a Tywin. And for the most part, debuffers overall. Even Cerise, right? But the idea is that even if Cerise goes, I can stop the S2 from stunning someone like my Robbie. So the S2, really, really big. The other thing that the S2 allows you to do is it lets you attack with an ally with the highest damage. So essentially, not only am I getting the Knight artifact, but I'm also still keeping damage. I'm also keeping immunity up. And I also have the option to do S3 to be able to get that increased defense and survive for longer. And the S1 to cycle better, right? Because Ras does get CR push when he uses this S1. I think he gets 15%, right? So that's Ras. Pretty spicy unit. Worked really, really well. I can't complain about him. The other core unit was Cerise. She is the only limited that I really use consistently. I didn't really use Landy almost at all. But the Cerise, again, very, very core. The big reason for her, yeah, so this is the reason that you draft Noah Mellon last match. Sorry for going so hard on you. Yeah, that's why I didn't draft any MLs. Yeah, it's because of the challenge. I don't have a single like PvP ML built properly right now. But the Cerise, it's not a great Cerise, right? It's good, don't get me wrong, but like, if you've seen other people's Cerises, this is a very mediocre Cerise, right? Like, the speed is pretty good, the effectiveness is pretty good, the defense is really good, the HP is a little bit on the low side for what she's trying to do, but she did her job really well. I'm sure people can build better Cerises. She does not need to be 270 speed. There was never a lot of situations where I needed her to be over 270. You honestly could drop the speed down to 265, and she would do just fine. At least till like champion, like early champion. Because not a lot of people are trying to speed contest nowadays, right? But her main role is to deter cleaves, to take away an option for cleaves, and to also pair off with my bruisers. Because again, the S3 slowing down gives you so much advantage. The dual attacks, again, you're a unit that's a support that can also still do damage because you're pulling people in with you. And the S2 was to deal with pesky Robbies. I ended up using Cerise a lot to counter Robbie. There was a lot of Robbie. Like a lot of Robbie. I was pretty tilted by how much Robbies we have to face. And we didn't lose to too many because of Cerise, but it was still like, there was a couple of times where Robbie would counterattack and cleanse, and it was just like, come on, are you serious, bro? So, very, very good unit. I mean, there's nothing but good things I have to say about her. She kind of carried my speed and kind of carried the debuff portion, right? And then, of course, there's none other. This one is probably like the MVP of the challenge. Balcony Kluri. Every single game that I didn't grab Balcony Kluri, I lost. That's how bad it was, right? For the most part, I don't think I won any single game without Balcony Kluri. This unit is just nuts, dude. This unit to this day continues to like just impress me so hard. Because the thing about it, it's like, even though people aren't using her as much, the ability to just take a unit out of the fight is just, you can't go wrong with that, right? And then the ability to also have the S1 to cycle and potentially solo near the end, because you can also heal a little bit. But honestly, the S3 was just game changing, right? Taking out a unit, taking out a speed threat, right? Especially because I made my Falcon Kluri very, very fast. Again, this Falcon Kluri is on the high end side. It is a very good Falcon Kluri. The only difference that legend level players have would be like 10 more speed and a little bit more defense. But for the most part, it's a pretty freaking good Falcon Kluri, right? It's like tippity top Falcon Kluri, right? Especially because I have like the best speed here that is on this account. Oh yeah, Baroom, I'm really excited about it. But I cannot believe I speed time with the Ryland. That is disgusting. But Falconer Kluri was the MVP. Again, she was there against Seaside. My drafts were so susceptible to Seaside. I think I faced Seaside the most out of any other unit because my drafts were just so SSBable, right? So this is why Falconer Kluri was there to stop SSB. She was there as my deterrent to SSB, my counter to SSB, and just an overall like very hard unit to deal with and really good for tank teams since I can just neutralize opponents. So she was beauty. I cannot go wrong. Those 3 units, again, all these other units I used here and there, but for F Kluri, Ras, Cerise, I use like 99% of my matches. You'll be hard pressed to find a single match that I didn't draft all 3. So, and hey, what's up, Rogue Duelist? For Verum, I really hope it's Senya, but something tells me it's not. Something tells me they're not gonna release Senya right now, not when they don't get to reveal it on an announcement. So I feel like they might do like a random unit, like a random dragon. But Senya makes a lot of sense because we're about to go in that area in the adventure, right? So it makes sense. And they're kind of leading up to it. So I really hope it is, but there's a really good chance it's not. So I don't want to get overhyped. I really hope it's Senya though. She looks sick. So yeah, that's it for the core though. Those are the core units, right? So if you have a Cerise, Falconer Kluri, and a Ras well built, you can easily make champion, right? All these other units just helped. The collab Your Boy K was here should be in June. So it should not be. So next week, we'll get the new hero. The new hero will run for 2 weeks. There will be 2 weeks of downtime, and then it'll probably be the collab. So it's about 4 to 5 weeks, if you wanted an estimate. But yeah, so that's the core teams. So that's what I tried it. It's pretty fun, Rogue Duelist. This is probably the most fun I've had with Epic 7 in a while, doing this challenge. So those were the 3, right? So now let's look at the other heroes that I used a lot, right? So now Sermia. I ended up using her a lot more than I intended to. So I originally just made her for fun. I thought it'd be funny to have a speed Sermia. And it was pretty fun. And Vroom, no, I don't like hack and slash too much. But as far as the Sermia, I was just having fun. I was just like, I have all this DPS gear. Let me just slap it on Sermia, right? Oh man, this unit came in so clutch. This was probably like the MVP for most fights. Why? It becomes a 4v3, right? You pull Sermia up, you slap her on there after your team core, you slap on the Sermia, just pop that S2, pop that S3, kill a Robbie, kill any unit essentially, kill a Champ C, kill anything, just make sure that there's no Fallen Cecilia to soak up damage, and then you survive because of this passive skill. You get a thick barrier, and then because she's faster than my Ras, and this is on purpose, she's significantly faster than my Ras, can still get speed RNG'd every once in a while, and that did happen, and it sucked when it happened, but she'll go first, get greater attack buff, pop a unit, Ras will come 2 with S2, and almost kill another unit. So that combo was shockingly good, right? The Ras Sermia combo was like shockingly good. It did really well against T-Crossit. Better than I expected. This was my answer to T-Crossit. I'd pick these 2. I would pop with Sermia S3, and if it didn't kill off, then the Ras S2 would. So those 2 combined were just T-Crossit counters all the way. Just T-Crossit was not a problem most of the time. Not even G-Purgus either. The biggest problem was honestly Landy and SSB. That was the units that actually really ended up being bad matchups for me. The Lilius, the Rob. Wait, let me go in order. The Holiday Euphine we used a couple of times only to counter Bazaar. So nothing else besides that. Again, this is for the last 2 slots. Those first 3 slots are almost always Ras, Falconer Kluri series. The other 2 slots, the DPSs, she only used it against Bazaar. Robbie was also a pretty big one. I used her quite a bit. I wouldn't say like all the time, more like 30 to 40% of my matches I used Robbie. Why? She can just solo, dude. You give her an immunity with Ras and you just win, right? Ideal speed for Holiday Euphine, I think the best one overall, it's like 230. Because that way you always go before your team. You always want to go before your team for Holiday Euphine. So if you have a Holiday Euphine, like the faster the better, of course. But you don't want to be too fast that you outspeed Bazaar and their debuffers. But you want to be fast enough that they can't follow up with an A-Tie win, right? So 230, 235 plus is actually a pretty good zone. 240 is perfect. No, 240 is perfect. Any faster might be too much though. Because you don't want her outspeeding the debuffers on the enemy team. You want her going a little bit before. But I agree. I mean, so we'll get to that as well in a second. But this is a Holiday Euphine. I mean, it was good. She did her job. Robbie, as I was talking about, she's just insane. I mean, it's not a perfect Robbie. It's a good Robbie. It's not like amazing, but it just did so well. There was so many times that this Robbie solo Golden Boys. Oh my goodness. Y'all know those like no DPS drafts that's like A Tywin, Last Rider Croft, Paul and Cecilia, F10A, and like another like bulky unit like Lilius. I would just slap in Robbie and I would just automatically win because they just didn't have the damage to deal with her. And that's what she does, right? Probably one of the best, not probably, she is the best booster. There's no booster that's better than Robbie. What she does, no other booster does. The capability of just counter attacking and just winning the game, it's just GG. If you don't have her on counter, there's a problem. You really want her on counter. I don't think a speed one would even do half the work that counter Robbie did. The Ras we talked about. The Lilias, I rarely ever used her. I used her a couple times and I was super disappointed in her. So I'll probably be switching the build up. Just didn't work out the way I expected it to. Was it fun? Oh, dude, Dark Musician, it was dummy fun. It was the most fun I've had with Epic 7 in a while. I would recommend the challenge to anyone that has the gear and has the time and is bored of RTA, since it's such a long season and you can just switch your units for PvP and you don't really get punished for it. Just do it in one of the free unequip events and then just have fun with it. It was pretty fun. It was a lot of fun. But Kayron, I shockingly ended up using a lot, mainly because Stene and Landy to reach them. That's the only reason I used these three. So that was a purpose. Again, he's speed tuned with Ras. He's supposed to go first, then Ras has twos, but it's not quite perfect speed tuning since the Ras can still outspeed in a bad situation. I didn't get to use him as much as I wanted to because Cerise and F10 were just everywhere, dude. So I was not able to use it as much as I would like to. And then last but definitely not least, Cecilia. The only times I ever drafted her was against T Surin and against A Tywin. If they never picked T Surin or A Tywin, I never drafted Cecilia. But against those matchups, the S3 was pretty clutch. Again, the immunity kind of messes up A Tywin. The S2 to take up some buffs and to reveal Landy was also pretty nice into attack break. So that was fun. She did her job. Did I use her a lot? No. Do I recommend building her? Probably not. There's better knights. But is she a fun unit to use that can do some work? Yeah. The damage is there because sometimes I pick her third or fourth and I still want to have a little bit of damage so I can still win the fight if I only have access to 1 or 2 DPSs. So that's why she has some damage. So that's it for the fires. For the waters, I did not use Luna. Crow, I didn't use him as much as I thought just because he doesn't combo that well with Ras or Cerise. That's the big thing with Crow. Because he's more of like a bulk down, play full bruiser, full buff. But I wanted to play more aggressive with Cerise, with Ras, with F. Kluri, and he doesn't pair off too well with those units. So I ended up not using him as much as I thought I would. But the times I did use him was whenever they picked Last Rider Crawl, because Last Rider Crawl gets so punished by Crawl. It's just like not even funny. So if they first picked Last Rider Crawl, I would pick F. Kluri Crawl, and then they would probably lose because then they just feed me an S3 and they lose the game from that. Right? So Crawl was very, very, very nice to have during the challenge. And against Cleave as well, he's so bulky. And the Warriors being 30, it just makes it really easy. And he doesn't die, and he can take out a unit for Cleave. So I use him against Cleave the few times that I had to go against a Cleaver. Right? So had a couple of those situations where I had to go against Cleavers and I didn't have a lot of answers to. Cleave sucked. Cleave sucked a lot. Going against Cleave sucked without Pleiades or Selene build. Like, it was terrible. And Crow was the only way I did it. Karen, I actually did use one time, but it was because I mispicked her and she missed the crit. So she didn't do... Oh, I cannot believe I missed that crit. I'll show you guys the game, but that makes me big sad, actually. The Cerise, Seaside I didn't use. Dizzy I only used again for counter cleaving. I only used her like 1 or 2 times. She's alright. She didn't do a lot. And then F10A I only used 1 or 2 times. She honestly didn't do much. I tried a damage build so I could kind of bait the opponent into bringing anti-control, but they ended up bringing like cleave units, right? So like I would pick F10A. I'm like, oh, here comes the anti-control. I can mess them up. And then they would bring freaking like speed contesters, like a Kali, and I'm like, oh, I am so screwed. So it ended up not working out as I wanted to because people were actually speed contesting her, which I did not expect. So that kind of sucked. So that was her. Nothing crazy. I didn't use these units. I didn't use Deanne, which I was surprised about. I thought I would at least use once. I did use Elena again for counter cleaving because I don't have Selene or Pleiades built. So she actually came in clutch quite a lot to counter cleaves. And to punish like full AoE teams, especially Landy teams, I can just pick her in there, slot her in, and get the cut and win the game. So that's it for the waters. Not a lot, right? Not a lot of crazy units that I used. The Lancia, She didn't win a single game. She just never functioned. I just don't think she has the teams that I needed to. I didn't have any damage Alencias that could come in clutch, like games, and no units to follow up, like no big CC units. I didn't have the A Tywin that I have normally to pair off with Alencia. So she ended up not doing anything. She ended up losing all the games I picked her, so I stopped picking her. The Charles, I never picked, but I have him on Guild Wars right now since I'm all RGB. F. Kluri, we talked about. More 100%. Actually, no. I think he lost 1 game, but I picked him 4 games. And he won 3 of the 4. Right? So that was nice. More actually got some dubs. And one of them was actually on stream. He actually popped off like crazy. The only times I would take more was if they picked things like A Tywin and Sage Ball, because he's immune to sleeps and stuns. And he would actually do really well in those situations, right? When he's immune to the sleep and stuns, they don't have damage to pop him. He gets to kind of pop off with the S1, right? Because he's on Elris, so... I mean, he did good. He did better than I expected, but not the... Like, he has insane quality gear on him. Like, this is really good gear. And he does not deserve this good gear. Like, look at this. Mort doesn't deserve this. This should not be a Mort piece, right? Like, he doesn't deserve this gear. But I put it on there. He did not do enough to warrant this gear, right? Like, this is like perfect booster gear. It's insane booster gear, right? So he did not deserve the gear, but it was fun seeing him use S3. And then S3 did a lot more damage than I thought. Honest, alright, quick sidetrack. But if they buff units, which should be actually happening really soon, right? Unit buffs. If they buff more, I want them to buff, to be completely honest with y'all, the S2 to proc more often and give crit rate resistance for 2 turns instead of 1. And I honestly want lower cooldown on the S3. It just feels like after Mort uses his first S3, people just focus him down and he loses. He has no sustain outside of the S3, but he wants to open with S3. So if it's like a bruiser that has no sustain, has some... The S1 is amazing. The S1 was amazing. This one was an amazing... It's an amazing skill. The S2 sucks though, because it never procs, so I never get the speed buff, so he never gets to take turns. And the S3, it does nothing against Fallen Cecilia, and they always pick Fallen Cecilia, so I never got to really get a lot out of this S3. So it kind of sucked, right? It doesn't do anything. I wish this like at least stripped, right? If this stripped or had lower cooldown or something, it'd be a lot cooler, right? There's a lot of room for more to grow, but I do see potential. I mean, he wasn't completely useless. I'll say that much. The Elris interaction was really cool. If they gave him a built-in counter as well, that'd be pretty cool. Then we got Violet. Violet actually I used a lot more than I expected as well. I particularly took him into F10 Ace, to RNG F10 Ace, and he never dodged a single F10 Ace. I took him against 7 F10 Ace, and he never dodged F10 Ace S3 a single time. And I was just like, you know what? Maybe I should have put immunity on him. Maybe that's why. I would change him to immunity. I don't think I like the crit rate, but even with all those things, him never dodging, he still popped off a lot against no DPS drafts. Which people, for some reason, dude, why do people like picking 6 knights? People picked there were so many drafts that people would legit go FCC, Lilius, a Tywin, F10A, and then they pick their DPS. Or they go Bassar. And it's like, dude, where's your DPS? You're really picking quadra tanks. Why? So I would slap on Ravi and Violet and have them solo, because they can't kill them, right? So that's all I would do. Against those, I would legit just pick Violet and Ravi, and they could not keep up with the sustain, and I would just win off of that because they couldn't keep up with the sustain. So Violet actually popped off a lot, right? Violet actually did pretty good. Landy, oh man, this unit sucks without support. Holy cow! I never picked Landy because it just felt I only picked it like a couple of times, but every time I picked it, it felt so bad because without a CC, without T-Cross it, she's pretty easy to reveal and kill. She's not that crazy without the proper support. So not having a CC, not having T-Cross it, Landy honestly did feel underwhelming, right? Very reliant on the team. Of course, if you actually have the team on her, she's disgusting, right? She's amazing. She's a broken unit, right? But without FCC, without T-Cross it, without G-Perk to push up and punish AoE, without Lesser Crowd to give barrier, she just felt underwhelming, honestly. So I rarely ever picked her. It was mostly Sermia, Kayron, Vivian, and stuff like that. So I was Landy. Pavel I never used. Bassar I shockingly only used like 2 to 3 times. Mostly because I was already picking Cerise, Ras, and Kluri. Because I picked those 3 so often, there was never a slot for Bazaar. Because I needed 2 DPSs on the last one, and Bazaar just doesn't cut it. So I would have to have cut either Cerise or Kluri, and I didn't want to do that. So that's why I never really picked Bazaar, because he just didn't fit into the team core that I was using. So I never used him. Vivian, again, I only really used against Stenace, against these Surns, and against a Tywin. That was it. So you never saw any play outside of that. She did her job really well. It actually makes me want to actually give her proper gear, because the S2 was so satisfying. So pretty nice. I mean, I enjoyed Vivian. She's really good. She's a really good counter to a Tywin. I don't know why people complain so much about a Tywin. I tried it, and this whole challenge, a Tywin didn't do anything. At all. That unit did nothing. That unit was useless. Half the time it went against me because I would just pick 2 immunity setters and it did nothing. It just sat there and like looked at me and stole my souls. That's all he did. He was a soul stealer. That's all he did before his team just died. Right? So, I don't know. It was kind of weird. I didn't feel the whole thing that a Tywin's broken and has 0 counter picks. I never felt that way doing this whole challenge. Maybe it's because I wasn't fighting good a Tywins. I don't know. Most of the time it was usually the C side that was the threat, not the a Tywin. Rowana, I shockingly never used. Again, I already had 3 slots filled up with supports. So, yeah. Oh, A-Tywin is OP. No. Don't get me wrong. Hey, what's up, Mimic? It's been a while. But A-Tywin is OP. It just, I don't get why people struggle so much against him in particular. Like, they will single him out as the single reason they can't win. Right? So that part, I never got that. I never felt that way. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I use a Tywin, so I know how he is. But Rana, I never actually brought into counter C side. Again, because I was picking that first 3 core every single time. Ras of Kluri Cerise. Ras of Kluri Cerise. There's no room for other supports. So, kind of sucked. But there just wasn't room for her. Baiken I took 1 time, and she did her job, but it didn't win the game off of that. And Destina, I took a lot less than I thought. Again, same thing. It was just, my draft was already locked in terms of support. All I really had room for was for 2 DPSs. So I never really got to take her. So again, not crazy, right? It took me, what, 15, 20 minutes to talk about all the units I used to get to champion? And in total, let me actually count how many units I used. Consistently. 1, 2, 3, 4... 5, 6. I'll count a 10 in there. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 units. That's all it took me to get to champion, realistically. 12 units with 4 flex picks. How long was the climb? Less than a week. If I had to put it into hours, it took me 10 hours to get to champion. Not counting the re-gearing process, probably another 2 hours. So like 12 hours. Half a day to get to champion. With all RGB. With 12 units. Not bad. So that's the breakdown. I wanted to show you guys that. And yeah, maybe even it's early season as well. So, and then let me show you guys like the draft so y'all can see what it is. And yeah, the speed threats do suck against Vivian. I will agree with that. There was a couple of people that actually knew how to deal with her, and it really sucked. But let me just show you guys some of the drafts. Like here, I should not have won this one. I have 0 idea why I won this one. But I accidentally picked Karen over Cerise. So at that moment, I saw him pick FCC Ruel because I had first pick, right? And I was like, oh man, we probably lose this one. I thought about quitting, but I was like, you know what? Maybe he's bad, right? That's what I was thinking. So then I picked Falconer Kluri and I picked Robbie because I'm like, the only way I win this is by soloing with insane bruisers. So then I picked Robbie in this, and then I saw him pick Dissy and Deanne, and then I instantly knew. I was like, oh, this is so winnable because I picked Violet and Landy, and it was just Violet and Robbie just soloed the team. So he lost. That was a fun match. So Karen had a 100% win rate, even though it was an accident. Giru, I actually know him, so I actually memorized his draft, which is why you saw me first pick Vivian. It's because I know his draft very, very well. But again, this is the only reason why I picked Vivian early. But pretty standard draft. You see the Kluri, you see the Ras, you see the Robbie, you see the Crop. Pretty standard, right? Against this guy, again, Cerise, Kluri, Ras. Almost every single game had this 3. The last 2 were flex picks. You may be wondering, Why did you pick Robbie into a Seaside? Are you crazy? Like, what are you doing? Why would you do that? Seaside does not really counter Robbie. I'll just say it right now. It's not a true counter. It's a soft counter. Because if Robbie hits her once, it's over. If you put immunity on Robbie and Seaside can't decrease defense, you can still solo the rest of the team. And she feeds you stacks. She feeds you CR. She feeds you a lot. So not a true counter. And I also put the Violet to counter the Crawl and the SSB. So not bad. Pretty standard. Pretty good drafting. Again, for this one, oh, that's the same one I showed. This one I got hard punished, right? So we went, again, standard core. It's just the best thing, right? Especially when you see a G-Perk first pick. I always like to take Cerise. He picks a Stene, and at this point, normally I would start switching to AoE because he picked Stene and Crow, and I would pick to AoE, right? But instead, I doubled down on single target because I only saw the Stene and the Crow. So I was like, okay, let me double down on single target and put a little bit of AoE for the Stene. So I picked the landing, the Falconeer Kluri, and then he picks these two assassins, and I'm just like, I cannot do this. So I got outsped, I got one shot, and I got demolished. So it was not great. I mean, his A Sid one shot my no. He did S3 on Assassin Sid on Cerise, did not kill. But then finished with a Kali, silenced the Falconeer Kluri. And at that point it was over because it's like, how do I kill this team? Right? Then I land the S, then he did S3 with General Purgus, S2 with Crow. Because the Landy pushed up those two. And then this he went, but it was too late. Right? Because Akali already has immunity. So, and I couldn't kill Akali with the Landy. Akali's too fast, right? So it was kind of sad. No Guiding Light either. That was the big thing. So that part kind of sucked. As expected. Fuck you again, which was very lucky for me because, again, I know his draft. He takes the Vivian away this time. I take his Lilias away. He did ban my Ras, so we have to get a little more creative. But I did pick the Bazaar against the Vivian. I mean, it's pretty standard stuff. And then why the K run to counter the Vivian and to potentially one-shot the Blingo since I know his speed, since I fought him several times. And the Ken, I wasn't worried about because I knew my K-On can one-shot. And I wasn't worried about the Dizzy because I knew I could either push back and provoke with Lilias or I could get immunity up. So I was not worried about the Dizzy at all. So that one was not that bad. Against Crazy Koala, I don't think I should have won this one, but I did. And it felt really good. So this was really nice, right? So this draft, kind of like breaking it down. I first picked Cerise. If you're wondering why Cerise, it deters Cleave. It takes away a pick from Cleave. It does really good into landing. And my draft kind of loses to Cerise. And I lose to control as well. So I didn't want to deal with control. So that's why I first picked Cerise. He picks landing FCC, which is expected. Ras, again, team core is just always solid. I saw him pick these two golden boys. And I realized he had like almost no damage. So then I was like, okay, no damage draft. Pick my soloist. He picks her. And I'm like, oh, now you definitely don't have damage. I can legit just tank this out, right? And that's what I did. I provoked down the A Tywin, so he didn't get to S3 me. He did stream me with her, but I get to set up with him. I get to set up immunity on her by the time that A Tywin's free, and I just went off of that. Can you put lifesteal on Violet? Lifesteal, you should have your Violet on lifesteal. That's not a should. It's a must have. Your Violet should be on lifesteal, 100%. But yeah, so this was I mean, all right. One thing I learned is there are so many bad Golden Boys players. Like so many. There were so many games I won because the opponent was just worse. And let me show you I showed the Violet earlier, Inkmaster, if you want to see the Violet that I used. It popped off a lot. It was pretty nice. But there are so many bad Golden Boys players. Like they'll just slap on all their OP units and expect to win. And then when they see a draft that they're not sure about, and then they lose, and it's just like, what the heck? And this is a champion framer, right? So you would expect that he'd know how to play against a standard draft, but he didn't, right? And he just left himself open to Robbie Violet. But so many people don't know how to draft properly. Or play the drafts that they picked. Like they just saw it on Reddit. They're like, or not on Reddit, on like a stream. They're like, oh, this team looks broken. Let me try this team. And then they don't really know how to use it. And especially for the Golden Boys, I just feel like it was sad. But Bish, oh man, this one was just like, I was just like in awe at how good this guy is. He first picked the FCC, so I went with this, and then he picked these two, and I knew I was screwed. The second he picked these two, I was like, I'm getting pseudo cleaved. It was over for me. I don't have a way to deal with cleave. So that part kind of sucked. I got demolished this draft. It was very sad, to say the least. Can't do much, right? And this was a terrible pick. I probably should have picked something better than Alencia. She didn't do anything there. I think I was just trying to stop the Kisa. I didn't want to pick Fire. But honestly, probably should have still just picked K-Ron. The Kisa outspent my fucking Kluri easily, which my F Kluri is 277, which means that his Kisa is around 280. So that part kind of sucked. This one, oh, this one made me mad. This one was so close. This one, what ended up happening was I F Kluri'd the Polides. The Polides stunned the Cerise. And then the Landy G-Perg is just too much at that point, right? Because this stripped the Cerise invincibility. So he was just able to come in with Landy with an attack buff. And it was just over. It's always, to me, like, it always catches me off guard when people only pick General Purgus and pick all damage. And I always think, oh, they're squishy. I can win. But then I remember that this is basically a cleave. It's just a slow cleave. And hey, what's up, Joshua? But this one was sad. I was pretty sad I lost this one. But it was expected. I mean, he banned the right thing. He played it right. And I just got demolished, right? We fought this guy again. He tried cleaving me this time, and Elena kind of popped off this game. So this is why I have the Elena. Basically took away a lot of the early game damage. His Luna did not kill my Robbie because I have the Aureus, and I think my Robbie countered as well, and we just won off of that. And the last one was against someone I knew as well, and I got dummy lucky because my Dizzy on counter set actually countered several times. So Dizzy countering a lot of times really, really helped this match. Beauty. Made it nice and easy. So that's it. That's the breakdown. I mean, if you guys want to know more or have any questions, I will be talking about what I learned, but I can give you guys a sneak peek of what I learned. Just tell you guys right now. The biggest thing I learned was that, A, there are a lot of bad people that don't know what they're doing with their dress. There was a lot of wins that I got with that I should not have gotten, either because A, the person I was going against messed up right at the end in their draft, or B, picked a really good draft, had me on the ropes, and then threw the advantage away. Like, picked a terrible choice. Several, like, back-to-back several bad choices, and then I just won off of that. So that one was pretty big. The other thing I learned is that RGB sucks. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It sucks. There were so many times people were picking 8 Tywin, F10A, and, like, Briar Witch. And I was like, I can legit just pick Champ C and win the game. And they can't do anything about it. And it was just so saddening, bro. It just made me so... Like, I would see some drafts that I'm like, I want to punish this draft so bad. You can use counter on CC, but it's not standard. I know some people that use that. But it was rough. Being RGB is really tough. Because there's so many times where I'm like, I could beat this guy easily. But I don't have the unit to do it. So it was just very frustrating a lot of I was very frustrated a lot of the games I played, right? Because I know normally I would be drafting completely different units, and I probably would have won. For example, against this, if I saw Fallen Cecilia, I'd be picking a Tywin, and I'd be picking like Basar, right? And then I nullify this, right? He can probably still pick Kise, or I can pick G-Perk, and I can pick something else, right? It's just, it was just hard. It was just heartbreaking. Same thing with this one. It's like, okay, this is fine so far. I see the F10A. I would not be picking Ras into F10A. I probably would be picking a Tywin, right? That's what it just makes sense to pick a Tywin in this situation. And then for all these other units, a Sage Ball would have done perfect in this situation, right? And then I could just ban the Polides or Champ C, right? And then just ban the Stene. And then I just win because he relies on a lot of stuff. Can Athletic counter FCC? Not really. Cleve usually struggles against Fallen Cecilia. So, RGB sucks. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Was it fun? Yes. Did I feel severely weakened? Oh, absolutely. I felt like I was playing so limited. I felt like very in a box. The other thing I learned, though, is immunity is kind of OP. That's another big thing that I learned doing all of this is like immunity units just really do help, right? So like things like Cecilia, while I didn't use her a lot, it was really nice to have. Same thing with the Vivian. It just made a Tywin matchup really easy. Like normally I don't do good against a Tywin with my full ML draft. But with Vivian and Cece, it was actually like it felt really good, right? So those fights felt pretty good. So for the most part, it was a good experience. I'm sorry if you feel called out, that you feel you don't know your draft. I know you'll probably get better. You're already probably pretty good. You're probably better than people I see on ladder, if you're watching my videos. I'm just kidding though. But for real, it's just, I mean, I was relying on a lot of luck. It was a lot of luck. I had to wait. Athletic on Bruiser teams works, but it has to be aggro Bruisers or you're just gonna get killed right after. Because typically you'll just get walled out too hard if you play it. But alright, let's open up a room. Let's let you guys try it. The only thing I can ask is that you guys pretend you don't know that I'm going for RGB. But I know you guys are not gonna do that because y'all want to win on stream, and I feel that. I feel that all out. So I'll open up a room. I'll let you guys fight me, and I'll let you guys fight each other when I want to talk about some other stuff and talk about some other drafting skills, because I feel like a lot of people's drafting skills are not the best. So I wanna hopefully talk about drafting skills, and y'all will get better at drafting and doing a lot of stuff. And just y'all will just get better over time, right? So we won't be talking about drafting because that's something that, and I realized when watching other people draft, there's a lot of weak points, and there's a lot of units that people think are like uncounterable, but honestly there's a lot of counters to certain units and people just are not aware of them. Hey Rimpai, appreciate it. I appreciate it, Rimpai. Hope you enjoyed the challenge though. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the challenge. Now, whenever your friends complain that they can't climb to Masters because they don't have RB or they don't have a Tywin or they don't have Fallen Cecilia, just show them that I get it all the way to Champion, right? So if I can make it to Champion, they can definitely make Masters on all RGB. So that's what I was hoping to do with all of this. You know, not only was it fun, I enjoyed it a lot. I'm not gonna lie, but all right, let's see the first fight. All I can ask for healer is that he assumes that I'm not playing with my normal, but I know he doesn't have RB and I need the advantage. So we're going to be banning his Fallen Cecilia, even though I do normally ban RB. So typically I will ban Arbiter Vildren in a lot of these situations. Just because honestly, there's no true counter to ML team or to Kayron. There's no RGB counter to Kayron. I'll say it right now. There's no true RGB counter to Kayron. And I feel like healer is going to be picking all of my units. He does have access to Seaside though. Let me see. I mean, we have other knights, right? It's not that big of a deal. Let's pick up the Robbie though. Who do we want to use? If we pick... I actually want to try to bait something. Do I want to try to bait it? Let's pick this instead. Is he actually gonna go full RGB against me too? I'm kind of curious now. I'm actually kind of curious if healer's going all. I think he is. Oh, that's respect. So we're doing a full RGB on RGB match. I'm worried about the Seaside. That's the big one. There we go. Why does no one use Sigurd to kill Ravi? Because Sigurd is way too slow, and teams are usually way too tanky. I have zero idea on the speeds of your units, and that is a huge problem. You have a lot of water as well. My guess is that you ban the F10. If I had to guess, I guess you ban F10. And I'm tempted to ban your Landy. Yeah, let's ban your Landy. Oh no, you waited. Is he gonna stream snipe? Oh, you banned fucking Kluri. That means I do keep immunity up. So unless you have a speed Dizzy, I guess you can strip with Dizzy though, which kind of does suck. But full RGB on full RGB, I appreciate that. Let's see how it works. Alright, so we got Gab. I know this is a tank Sermia, but I'm still gonna go on her. There's no reason not to, right? Ooh, she survived it. Oh, and this is a damage F10, so it's actually gonna do quite a bit. It should kill the Sermia. Is this a high F-Res Ras, or do they just get mad unlucky? If this stuns, I am so doomed. Okay, it didn't stun. Perfect. Oh, you actually have an F-Res on Ras? Okay, that's hard. Oh, not like this. Don't strip the immunities. Okay. You stripped all the immunities except K-Ron. Oh, this game just went. This just got from not so hard match to real hard, real fast. I think I lose to the Dizzy actually. I'm actually losing to the Dizzy. I probably should have banned the Dizzy. I think if I banned the Dizzy, I won. That's the thing. There's no way I kill this Ras, but I have to go for it. Next is Alencia. I mean, I could try using Alencia. I have all the RGB heroes. Yeah, there's no way I'm winning this. You're actually beating me with Dizzy. What's the F-Res on your Dizzy? Did I just get unlucky? Because there's no way, right? Did I just get unlucky on your Dizzy? Because that would make me really sad. Oh, it is an F-Res Dizzy. So you actually have a well-built F-Res team. Alright, but you guys know I always trust Robbie, right? Robbie has gotten out of situations worse than this. So I'm not going to surrender just because I always like to let my Robbie try her hand at popping off. I'm sure you're going to wait for the crowd to be low enough to pop her. But hopefully by then, we can strip some debuffs, like maybe get a couple counters here and there. Oh, you're already going on the Robbie? Really? I'm going to S1 here instead of S3 because I want to be able to get some debuffs off of me. And we did get the speed one off, which is nice. Yeah, I'm surprised you went on the Robbie there. That was very shocking to me. The stun sucks, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, that stun really sucks. Is this an Abyssal Crown too? There's no way you put this on Abyssal Crown, is there? If this is Abyssal Crown, you just hard read my draft, bro. That's the only thing I gotta say. If this is actually Abyssal Crown Dizzy, I just got hard read. It's Violin, so you legit just luck sacking the Robbie right now. Alright. You already have S3 back up? Alright. Can't you just horse me here? Are you gonna be extra safe? You're really gonna wait until my Robbie's just like about to die. Okay, we dispelled the glancing hit, which is nice. Oh man. There's no way you don't just horse me, right? Why didn't you just horse me? Are you really waiting until like it's absolutely safe? I don't mind the mess on the crowd actually. Ah, feels bad. Bro, the Dizzy's chance to stun just sucks. That's honestly what's killing me. Yeah, I could have probably done Violet in this match instead of doing my other last pick. Yeah, I knew your Croc killed like way earlier though. I was not expecting you to go all RGB. I'll say that much. GG. GG healer. Oh, thank you. Thank you. GG though. I didn't expect it and it caught me off guard. And the Empress Dizzy also caught me off guard. Did you build them just for me? Cause do you actually have just that much Empress on your units naturally? That's so weird. 80 Empress Ras. That's just crazy to me. Wow. Wow. Maybe I should have picked up the Crow earlier. Oh, wait. I didn't want to ban Fallen Cecilia. Oh, I am getting demolished. I wanted to ban the Arbiter Mildred. Now we're going to be forced to ban the Arby. Bro, Empress Dizzies are different, dude. They're hard to kill. That's the problem. Do I use Chew? No. I don't have her build. I didn't actually have to build a single unit for this. Decross it? We went against these a lot. It's pretty standard. I hate that you took my Sermia though. That actually makes it kind of sad. And the Ras too. Yeah, I knew you wanted to, but I wasn't expecting you to actually do it. And we're forced to ban the Arbiter Builder. And I know this Rylet is like 2 billion speed. We're probably gonna have to use Landy this time. Probably Charon as well too, honestly. I don't think I'm gonna have a slot for any of those units though. I know Chica's gonna go full ML draft, I'm pretty sure. Oh, you didn't go full ML draft, I'm surprised. Oh, he took the Landy, what a guy. Alright, let me think. Let me think. I don't know if this is the best options, but we'll roll with it. When in doubt, pick Robbie. Also, Basar Sermia is weird. Cerise is weird, by the way. This is not the best combo in the world, but I need a way to reveal the Landy. I really hope he doesn't pick Rylet here. It's your Sermia. Oh my goodness! You actually picked the Rylet. Alright, we're gonna take a gamble. I know you outspeed me with Rylet, but what do you kill off of it? I'm gonna take a gamble. If I lose, at least I'll lose quick. I don't have to deal with freaking T-Cross-A. I'm sure he bans the Charon. Oh, you didn't ban the Charon? Nice. Alright, let's see your Rylet in action. It's been a long time since I've gone against your Rylet. It's a 277 speed Rylet, by the way. So I'm not outspeeding that. In my wildest dreams do I outspeed this. He one-shots anything. Do you one-shot the Basar? Okay. Wait, do you even one-shot him? Wait, Chica, what is this scuffed Rylet? Chica has a scuffed Rylet. Do we want a soul burn here? I don't think we need to. Oh, we hit the Rylet? Oh my goodness. Oh, and we get Gab Gaming? Oh my goodness. Alright, the thing I'm worried about is actually the T-Siren. No, I still think I could lose this one. That's the thing. Because I lose... Oh, I didn't lose the Charon. That's huge. Oh my... Dude, I swear your RB is actually like 300 IQ, dude. Like, your RB is actually like 300 freaking IQ, dude. Like, I can actually see this RB countering every single time. And me losing off of it. Yeah, there it is. That's the Chica special, bro. That's the Chica special. Oh my god. Do I really not get to kill your RB here? Or kill your T-Sir in there? Do I not get to kill your RB? Okay, I do get to kill the RB. That's big. Oh, depending how much damage you do to my T-Sir, it could be a problem. Or to my Robbie. I have to kill the T-Sir, so. Dude, I swear your Rylet, your RB, like watch. If he counters here, I'm so screwed. I am so screwed here. Okay, he didn't counter. Oh, thank God. Oh my. I'm surprised he didn't ban the K-Ron though. I thought you would ban the K-Ron. GG. I did not expect it to do that. Your RB always spooks me, dude. That RB always counterattacks when it's the last one standing. It's like you hit him, it has like a 90% chance. I was looking at it, and like the idea, there's something that's spicy, but there was one problem I had with it, and I'll tell you what it is. Let's go against KK. Oh wait! It was supposed to be Mythcraft. Mythcraft, I'm so sorry. You'll be next. That's my bad. You'll be next. I'm also gonna be switching off in a little bit because I actually want to talk to you guys, and I can't talk and fight at the same time. I will go back to you, Myth. I'm so sorry. But you don't know an RB, do you? What I hate more, your RB or your Fallen Cecilia? Honestly, just ban your RB. We played a lot. The reason I knew my drafts would work was because I played against... Oh, wait, this is KK. This isn't Myth. I thought it was Myth for a second. You banned my unit, Sag. Sad life. Let's just go. I mean, it's just this core's so good. It just melts so well. But I'm actually tempted to pick the Lilias in this situation. Just because Lilias is a better matchup against Basar than Ras does. But Ras, dude, I'll just pick the Ras. Ras is just always so nice, dude. It's just hard to play anything but this core, right? And that's why I was telling y'all, core teams are so valuable. Alright, if you have Briar Witch, I'm screwed. But I'm not trying to get cleaved today. If you have Briar Witch, I am so screwed. I'm actually just like getting deleted. I really hope you don't have Briar Witch. Ooh, Cowrick is spicy. Rose? Okay. Let me think. If he bans Elena, I take a lot of damage to the face. Let me think. I think this is not a bad choice. But who do I ban? I'm honestly tempted to ban the Ludwig. Because I don't think Landy kills me. Basar makes Elena useless. But if he bans Elena, then Elena's already useless. I still think I go with this. Okay. I should have banned your Crimson Armin. Gosh darn it. That's fine. Let's see if I survive the cleave. I don't think I do. But I do have 2 fire and you have 2 earth, so there's a chance I survive the cleave and win. Unlikely, but it is possible. Oh, I actually outsped you too. That's big. That's actually huge. I cannot believe I outsped you, dude. What RGB would be the core with Ras, Kluri if you didn't have Cerise? Probably Crawl. Oh, the Landy still gets to go though. I don't know about Lucy being a free-to-play series. They're not quite the same. Don't I just like hella tank up? I feel like I just super tank up, right? And then strip everything and eat the Ludwig. Like, yeah, this is gonna hurt a lot, but I have defense buff, I have Aureus, I have Adamant Shield. Should be okay, right? I just realized I'm already using S3 on Alencia, so it feels kind of wasted. Let's see how high the Afres is in your Crimson Armament. I'm kind of curious, actually. If this CC hits, you're kind of screwed. Nice. We didn't hit the Rose, but that's fine. We didn't hit the Ludwig either? Bro, what? Bro, this is some scams, bro. You're just raw S3ing me? What the heck? Not even S2? You S2 the Landy here, I imagine. Yeah. I don't want you getting a turn on this unit. Oh my god, are you serious? I don't kill the Landy, right? And I'm pretty sure I don't kill the Crimson Armament either, though. God damn it. Nice, good job. Alright, you don't have enough for Landy, so that's fine. Okay. I kind of want to save the Cecilia S2 to strip your Ludwig barrier. But I think by then we'll be able to cycle you, so let me just do this to break some of your damage. Bro, this Cerise is working so hard. She's working overtime for me. Bro, Cerise working overtime today. Dang, that's actually a lot of damage. Yeah, I think I win because of the Cerise S3. Nice! Does Alencia passive work on counter? No, it does not. That was one of the reasons that she was actually refunded when she originally came out. So it does not. But, man, we actually beat K-Kite just because I outsped you. I'm pretty sure if I didn't outspeed, I lost that one pretty hard. I would just get swept. So it was probably speed RNG. I mean, when you're that high up with Cerise and everything, it just gets very speed RNG levels. Alright, let's go against Myth. Myth is different, bro. Myth is hard. It is too hard sometimes. But as far as core for RGB, I would say Ras and Kluri is still really good. I would honestly have units that can counter cleave. That's the biggest issue that I ran into. Is I could not deal with cleave and I could not deal with control. So if you have a Celine and a Polides, I would build both if possible. Or at least a Polides for sure. Oh my goodness. He actually been my Robbie. Let me pick the bird against you. I know you hate this bird too. Oh, you're actually quad tanking me now. What a guy. Alright, it's still chill. It's still chill. We're still chilling. We're still chilling. But yeah, as far as RGB, I would do 1 second. He's gonna hate me for this. Okay, we are banning this guy. Oh, you didn't ban my Mort? So Mort actually gets to pop off. Wait, I was expecting. I should have banned Paul and Cecilia. Wait, I'm boosted. Wait, I might be boosted. It's fine. It's fine. We're chilling. We're chilling. We're chilling. We're fine. No big deal. Let's see how we do, bro. I'm kind of spooked though. Who the hell do we lock down? I mean, we can't kill anything. I don't think I want him getting an attack buff though. If I can help it. So I'm gonna actually go for the General Purgus. Bro, what kind of turtle sage ball is this, bro? Not an immunity? Is this sage ball even built, bro? What? It's an Emperor sage ball? Who are you? Who are you, bro? Who does that? Hey, we still get to S3 though. That's all that matters. Is Athletica good here? No, because Sage Ball kind of just destroys her. Bro, who actually are you? Who built Ephra Sage Ball, dude? Who does that? I know that's why he's not immunity now. I just realized that he's not immunity because of that. I cannot believe he still S3'd me. Let's go, Elris Sword. Okay. But that means you get attack buff, so I don't know if that's good or not. Oh, wait! Bonds Seal is going to nullify my Mort. I just realized that. Okay, let's go. Let's go. No passive proc, but that's fine. Okay. Okay, Mort's working overtime. I kind of want Rage. I need the Rage, and I need the heals, too. Password's 1112. It's the usual. I need the heal off of the S3. Oh, man. The only thing that sucks is, I don't know if fucking Kluri has enough, sustain for this. I know we give you turns here, but I need to do this regardless. Because we know the Great Mortilix is going to carry this game. Not really, but... You know, yeah, we definitely don't survive that damage. Okay. I know it sucks I have to give you so much turn advantage here. I need to kill this G perk, because that's your main source of damage. Finally, let's go. Let's get that speed buff, that anti-crit. That's what I like to see. Let's go. What hero is good versus tanks? Robbie, which is why he banned it. That's the only reason he banned the freaking Robbies, because he knows I was going to use it against him. God, bro. I did not expect you to ban the Robbie. You didn't want to get soloed, did you? I should have honestly banned the General Purgus. Hindsight 2020, bro. Okay, Falconeer overtime. Can we kill? Okay. That's big, that's big, that's big. That's big. I still think I died to your A-Tai win though. Does your A-Tai win just kill? Oh, A-Tai win FCC definitely kills me here. Yeah. Feels bad. I got walled because you banned the Rob. You banned my answer to these type of teams. Oh, that's pretty nice actually. The immunity's pretty big here. Doesn't the S1 just do more damage than the S3, Myth? Is there a reason why you did S3 over it? Dude, I can actually not get past this barrier, dude. Can I get another immunity? That'd be great. Man. Okay. 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 I always thought S1 did more. Usually S1s do more than AoE, right? I'm pretty sure I lose this, but I'm just trying to think if I could have done anything different. I don't think I could. The only thing I could have done is done the S3 on someone else and had them more not attack the G-Perg when he did. He wouldn't have gotten an attack buff. But between fucking Kluri and Sage Ball wins every single time. Fucking Kluri does pretty good though, right? Like she tries, you know. But I'm pretty sure an S3 kills me. I'm not gonna give you the satisfaction of doing an S3. I think the only thing I could have done differently in this situation is actually S3 the A-tie win with fucking Kluri. But that's the only thing I could have done differently that match. Feels bad. But I fought all those people several times. And later, Colin. But I fought those people several times. And the Ravi ban really does hurt me against those type of teams. Ravi was my only answer to them on ladder. It was legit just pick Ravi as soon as I could. Just because that way... Oh my goodness. Y'all are actually all going to ban the Ravi. Feels bad. The big reason why is because... Ravi can solo those teams, right? Because as you guys saw, he had a lot of damage, but Moore doesn't have the sustain to keep up. Ravi can. Oh, T-Surd? That's different. Alright, we got our full team core though this time. We did last time too, but I didn't go. Did I go Ras last time? No, I went Cecilia. If Moore could, yeah, I think Moore needs sustain, dude. If Moore had sustain, he'd actually be pretty good. Not gonna lie, like you guys saw him, he was doing good in that situation. No, his damage was a Tywin and G-Perg, Joshua. You and FCC. They're all Bruiser built, so they're all gonna Bruiser me down. That's cool. ASCAP. It's times like this I wish I could pick certain units. I need some AoE in case you go something else. Early starters for Banshee. Ray's really good. Angelic Montmorency also does work for Banshee. What teams do I usually bring Alencia into? I usually bring Alencia with a Tywin. And with... Usually with a Tywin. I'm just going to tell you guys, I don't bring Alencia unless I have a Tywin. Normally. I will let you keep this combo, but I will not let you keep Fallen Cecilia. Just because it takes too long. Right? And I normally do ban Fallen Cecilia just because I hate the barrier, dude. The barrier just makes everything so much worse. Banshee's really good. Vildred is good. Leo for one-shots, which you'll eventually get to, is really good. There's a lot of really good ones, actually. Whoa. You let me keep Buccaneer Kluri? And Vivian? Oh, yeah. Counter Dust Devil, Charon's pretty good. It's probably the best build for Charon right now. Which is not saying a lot, because he doesn't see as much play. But it is the best build he has right now. I feel like I'm falling into a bait. But I will go all the way into that bait. Let me think. You do have G-Perg, which kind of does suck. I want to do S3 really bad. Actually, S3 would actually be a better option here. Give you turn 1. I mean, your general perk is all the way over here. You get turn 1, but you can't kill me. I think I'm just going to give it to you. But this way I take almost no damage. General perks will let you get turn 1, but I'll have defense buff. And I think I sweep your team the turn after. But yeah, dude, I can really appreciate immunity now. Like, immunity just makes me feel so much better. Like, look how nice and protected I am. I feel so safe in this situation. Like, I know I'm getting all my skills off. There's nothing he can do to stop me from getting certain skills off. Like, it's so nice. It's just stack buffs, right? Ravi would kill me, though. Alright, let's see it. Like, you get to reveal Landy. That's fine. You get attack buff. That's fine too. Alright, if my Vivian hits, this will be nice. And it'll be pretty. If she hits Tisserine. We didn't kill Annie. Feels bad. We kill her off of Ras S2. Let me think. Oh, not like this, Mountain Route. But yeah, Alencia I mainly pick with, I think we kill this, because you don't heal enough, so Ras has 2 kills. Oh. And we get the cut from Adventurer Kluri. Nice. Even if this misses, this should kill, and then Landy takes a turn away from you. Oh, psych. It's Vivian that takes a turn. Alright, let's see if your Rylet is 200 IQ. Let's see your Rylet's IQ. Oh, it didn't survive. I forget Landy with attack buff is broken. Not a terrible team. I'm sure you're just playing it for fun. So I'm not going to hate on it or anything, because I imagine you're playing that team for fun. Because usually people don't pick Assassin Cartuja. So that's something that I imagine you were playing for fun. Alright, I'm personally going to play 2 more, and then I'll let you guys fight. So I'm going to play 2 more, and then I'll let you guys fight, because I want to talk about other stuff. But as far as things for Alencia, she's there for the strip, and she's slow. You have to accept that. She's a bruiser. So you have to play her in turn 2 teams. There is some really cool tech out there for Alencia using Durando. Because people usually do like to hit Alencia, right? Because they want to get rid of her as soon as possible. And if they hit your Alencia and proc Durandal, you can cut in and set up an early defense buff. But, yeah. It's not bad. Ooh. So against last time I Crow first picks, I actually first pick Crow. And I'll actually first pick Adventurer Kluri. So whenever someone first picks last time I Crow. Alright, so this is kind of like for you guys, for your understanding. This is more for like overall, besides just RGB drafting and stuff like that. Just like overall drafting. Last Rider Craw has fallen off a lot in terms of first picks. It's still really good in hybrid teams like this, like the one he's doing right now. But Last Rider Craw is not as highly contested as he normally is anymore for the first pick slot. I'm also tempted to all just knight you. I think I'm going to do that. I feel toxic doing this, but I think I'm going to do that. Unless you pick another stripper, I'm gonna just knight you. No DPS damage. Sometimes just putting up a wall is enough. Whenever people pick like very aggressive drafts, you want to just wall. It's okay to not pick all DPSs. But yeah, there's a lot of intricacies in these first 3 picks of things you can do. Carrot? I'll leave the carrot in for sure. You already know what I'm banning. You already know what I'm banning. Yes, Alencia needs to be in immunity. Alencia's too slow to not have immunity put on her. I would put immunity on her, and you want to follow up with the AoE strip. So that's why I use a Tywin personally. Because after that AoE, big Alencia AoE strip, you want to have something, right? You want to have a follow-up against Alencia. But usually there's a lot of intricacies in the first 3 picks that are based off what people pick, right? You were able to outspeed me, but the thing about it is, I don't know if that works in your favor or not. And you may not get the push. I still think I outspeed with Cerise too. No, I don't outspeed. Who do you provoke here though? Or do you provoke? Do you cleave me off of this? There's no way, right? It's pretty good damage actually. We'll get to keep the Cerise alive, and we'll get to reduce some of these cooldowns. Oh, what? How do we outspeed you? Wait, I kind of want to stop the carrot. I don't know what the carrot does, but I don't want to find out. Oh, not like this. Crow, how could you fail me? Alright, if this carrot destroys me, I'll just accept it. I'll accept the loss. I'll just accept that you're way too big brain for me. Oh, the burn kills me, doesn't it? Oh, it doesn't kill me? Oh, Robbie. No. Yo, what the hell? That's kind of clean. Oh, I'm stupid. I didn't realize I should restrict. Yo, that's kind of sick. Yo, mad props to it. I'm pretty sure you killed my Robbie off of an S2. I'm surprised you didn't try to kill the Robbie with the S2. Or are you letting the burns do it? Alright, we need to fish. We need to fish for an S1 here. Cerise, you've been popping off all day. I need you to pull Robbie here. Let's go! Let's go! Get this out of here! Let's go! Let's S3! Let's go! You should have killed the Robbie! Alright, pull the Robbie one more time. Let's go! Bro, Cerise working overtime! Let's go! Bro, that's why you always kill Robbie. I've come to learn that if you are going against a Robbie and you have the opportunity to kill Robbie, you kill Robbie. No matter what you do, you have to kill the Robbie. But yeah, it's a Sacred Scythe Robbie. Sacred Scythe is disgusting, dude. Let's go! Now we get to Soulburn too. Let's go. The password for the room. Let me type it in the chat. Oh my goodness. But yeah, that was good. I mean, that was a good combo. I'll give him that. This is why people hate Robbie, by the way. If you've ever wondered why do people hate Robbie, is this exact same reason that you just saw right now. There's no reason for me to S3 here. I don't want to take the animation time. But yeah, this is why people hate Robbie. He just comes back. This is why Mythcraft banned the Robbie, because if you guys saw, 1S3, 1S1 at low health, you're back to full. And it's just like, if you don't have that punch to kill Robbie or lock her down, you're gonna lose off of it. So it's tough. It's tough. So alright, this will be my last one fighting against you guys, and then I'll let you guys fight on your own because I want to talk about other stuff as well as y'all's drafts. Next raid up, we have no idea Nostalgia Kit. We will find out tonight. Oh my goodness, Tab. Wait, what's your account right now? Oh, dude, Sigurd's is just so much better. Robbie has 0 resist, bro. Robbie has 0 resist. The thing about it is Robbie, usually you have some units at the early parts of the game that support the Robbie and let Robbie scale up to a point where the F-res does not matter. Right? And you deal with, like, obviously you don't pick her into Cerise and stuff like that. Bro, that is a very early Stene draft. I like the skin, by the way. Wait, tomorrow's... Oh, you're getting a free equip on your own. Alright, this is going to be a little bit harder. I need to take the Landy pick away, just because I don't want you getting it, and I need a way to crack your team. So, I mean, our limited's really good, yeah. This challenge would be almost impossible without limiteds. Maybe that's what I'll do next time for the challenge. Will be like, no limited units. That'd be dope. That'd be dope. No limited units would be dope. That'd be a hard challenge, though. No Cerise. F10A. Pretty good pick. Oh, you took the Robbie. That's a smart move. Smart guy. He's been watching. Alright. Let's take you. And let's take something that can actually deal with her. Man, Seaside would be perfect right here. I really want to pick a Seaside here, but I can't. Let's take you. I want to see what your last pick is. No, tomorrow's not free on equip. I'm pretty sure that's like with the other stuff. Ray's a good choice here. It's pretty good. I have to ban this, which sucks, because I'm pretty sure you just out-tank me. Pretty sure you banned the Landy, right? That just makes sense. I didn't pick enough DPSs. Yeah. And you have more DPSs than me. Granted, your team is pretty squishy, so I do have a chance. But the thing about it is your standard just eats my team alive. I need a lot. And the thing about it is I can't push back with Dizzy either. Huh. We'll see. We'll see how your F10 works. So I have to do the S3 here, just so you don't get as much turn advantage. Yeah, the buff, the buff. Alright. Let's get defense buff. Because there's a chance you don't strip my Dizzy, which means my Dizzy gets to us 3U. Which is where we want to get to. Wait, why soul burn? Wait, why are you soul burning? I'm confused. Why the soul burn? Wait, what? Why? Why the soul burn? It's a Lela violin. Bro, who used it? Oh, it's a Lela violin. That's why. Bro, that's kind of weird. That's weird. That's a very interesting. No, it's not Abyssal Crown. It's a Lela violin because she shipped defense and immunity. Alright, let's make Robbie not move. I don't want her taking a single turn if possible. Like, are you serious? There's no way your Robbie's on an FRS build. Right? No way, right? You have enough for S3, which sucks. Bro, there's no way your Robbie's on FRS build, is she? Even if she is, my Cerise is pretty high effectiveness, so... Interesting. At least you don't have the things to kill me. It'll be close, yeah, it'll be close. Can we get to a rep on S3 soon? That'll be nice. Dang, dude, that's weird. This is some weird draft, but it's working out, so. Bro, I swear your Robbie has 100%. Oh, she took off her Strix. That sucks. It's okay. It's not that much longer anyway. She still has the slow and the attack break. I don't think you kill any amount of my units here. Alright. We slowly just work through your team. Keyword slow. Hey, the Stena thing is huge. We are feeding your Robbie way too much though. And you should not have a Stena S3 yet. Yep, you don't. And I know it's not Abyssal Crown, so I can take my time with it. We can Cerise push up. Y'all are gonna think this is weird. Actually, nah. I should just S3 here. I was thinking of S2ing first and then doing the Dizzy S2 later, so that way I could extend something. But I think I'd rather extend the restrict on the. Oh my god, dude! Holy, never mind. There's no restrict on your freaking Robbie. This is so gross, dude. It's so sad I actually have to think about soul burning this. Alright. If your Robbie resists this, I might just quit the game. High key. Okay, she didn't resist it. Finally. Holy. And you still have one more turn before F10 it can rip. Alright. Since she has the decreased defense, I should take the opportunity to try to do some stuff. Oh, you had the S3 this whole time? Bro, where's my Dissy's counterattacks? Game's rigged, bro. I think you have S3 on F10A too, which sucks. Granted, you have the glancing demo, so it's not the end of the world. Nice! There's the RNG I was looking for. Alright. You don't kill here just because of the attack break, I don't think. You do a lot of damage though. That's for sure. Yeah, you do a ton of damage here to me. And we can restrict again. Dissy is the only one that's on immunity, and she's the one that matters for the Ravi. Oh! There's the RNG we were looking for. The whole fight. We're finally getting it. I need to set up S3 just so you can't one-tap me with your standard later down the line. Oh, why is this fight so hard, dude? Are you serious, dude? Holy, we didn't stun. This is not good. You can stun and potentially kill Cerise here. I wonder if that's what you're going for. Yep. Yep. Ravi S3, full heal. What? No S3. Interesting. You don't have Sigurds? Oh no, not like this. That actually might be your undoing, dude. That actually might be your undoing. Bro, I cannot believe you made me pick this draft. And this should kill, I'm pretty sure. GG. That's rough, dude. I cannot believe you made me draft this, bro. I feel disgusted at myself. That's not fun. That was a quad tank team. You should still S3 though, just to try to hit the Stina. But you don't heal if you don't S1 without Sigurds. That's the thing. That's why I think he did the S1. But my Dizzy and my Ras were both on immunity. It wasn't going to kill. Oh, man. That was terrible. I think I want to sit out and just chill for a little bit and talk to you guys. But I've really wanted to go with it. No Cerise. Eliza wants to have a fight with me. No Cerise. Man, I cannot get through all of them. Tav, since you asked and you're the next one, I'll let you go. But I'm going to take a break after this one and let you guys fight and just talk. That fight was terrible. I felt terrible. Also, it's not bad. That's why your Robbie was moving so fast. It's not a bad option. Because honestly, you're already getting so many cleanses, dude. You were already getting so many cleanses. I have to switch off of Elspeth, though. Alright, let me think. I know Taff likes his control cleaves, so we'll see if he goes control cleave or if he goes Bruiser. Bassar first pick, though. That always makes you feel like you're going your Bruiser team. But then again, you might go Rowana just to annoy me. Why not go Rowana to annoy you? I think I'm actually gonna make you salty with the draft I pick. Stan is really hard. Alright, let me think. Let's pick this. And let's pick some damage so we're not sitting here forever. Let's pick a little bit of a spice time this time. This is usually what I do take against F10, It's just stack Earth. There's the Rose. What's the last pick though? If you don't pick a big damage dealer that I'm honestly scared of, I don't know what you do to me. That like would spook me. Oh, I'll let you keep Elfelt. 10 out of 10 I will let you keep that Elfelt. I want to see her in action. I'm betting you're standing, just so you know. 100% I'll let you keep Elfelt. What you mean? I never get to see her in action, so I'll 100% let you keep your Elfelt. There's zero reason for me not to let you keep that Elfelt. Wow, look at the speed tuning. Where's your Rose? Wait, why is your Rose slower than your F10A? Oh! You're gonna be so salty. You're gonna be so salty. It's a damage F10A, by the way. Bro, if you missed that one too, I would have been so sad for you. It's a damage F10A. That's why he's going all in on me. I don't think you kill him though. Do you? Yeah, you don't kill him. And I need to try to land a decreased defense here. Nice. Or decreased attack, because I know that's your unit. Alright, if you hit, I definitely lose this game. If you don't hit, there's a chance I win. Okay, I'm pretty sure I win at this point, because he didn't kill Violet. Alright, who'd I kill here, though? I still want to kill your F10A just because I don't want her proccing S2 later on. Yeah, why is your Rose on not any gear? Your Rose should have gone way earlier. That was weird. This is really odd. I was really shocked about the Rose. Because all I do at this point is just protect Violet, right? As long as I protect Violet, I win the game. I think it's on a tank build. I don't think it's on a speed build. Or I don't know. I don't know, man. I know your Rose is usually faster. It makes no sense. Your Bazaar also missed, which sucks. Alright. So, I will let you guys fight. And Tab, I imagine you want to go change your stuff. So I will let you go change your Rose. So alright. I will let you guys fight. If y'all want to join the room while I talk and you guys can fight. Here's the room code if y'all want to join. I'll be talking as they draft. Whether about the fight, about their drafting, or about their overall. But what we'll be talking about will be current meta stuff and drafting skills. So, and Warhorn sounds pretty cool on Rose, actually. Not gonna lie. But yeah, if it's a speed, I'm pretty sure it's a speed set that he was missing. Because his Rose usually outspeeds his Bazaar. It's usually Rose, Bazaar, then the other two. But as far as like overall current meta situations, not gonna lie, it's the consensus of the majority of top players that the current meta is not fun. Most players have accepted that, right? It is not currently a very fun meta. Why? It is very protect the castle, Bruiser, tanky meta. If you're not playing a specific playstyle, it is going to be a lot harder for you, but it's not impossible. As you guys saw, I was able to make it. But these two, I'm surprised you actually picked them, because I know you're usually a cleaver, but you're actually getting cleaved on the other side, which is really weird. That's a really... Starlight, I know you've been working your Bruiser draft, but this looks mad toxic. So right now, T-Cross said and General Purgus are the two most popular units for a draft right now. They're like the new spice, right? Particularly Troublemaker Crosset, because he makes great DPSs such as Stene and such as Landy just even better, to a point where like those units are just demolishing, right? So right now it's not the funnest meta in the world. Yeah, it's not a really fun meta, and most players that have been playing the game for a very long time have come to a consensus that they don't like the current meta and are just kind of waiting for something new to happen, right? There's some really cool new tech, but it's just, for the most part, it's been G-Perg and T-Crossset domination. That's the big thing. But as for right now, this is really weird seeing Strelok getting cleaved, but and the Polides is kind of smart on this situation, because with the Polides, you don't get as much from G-Perg, which is kind of cool, actually. RB still enough to, oh, that sucks. No Gab, but I'm pretty sure the Sedum's dead. Yeah, that's tough. I mean, it's still winnable, though. Oh, wait, glancing debuff. Psych. You'd have to hit everything, right? Oh, he doesn't have souls for one more. I thought you had no souls for one more. This could be pretty big, though. If he hits a T-Surin, it's huge. That's huge. That's huge. Can Briarwitch finish this? I don't think she can finish the job, though. Yeah. Yep. Stun G-Perg. Yeah, G-Perg's just so stacked, dude. Holy. Yes, the only thing about meta abuse, the only thing, it's like, it's hard to counter. There's no real counters to T-Crossette. And for General Purgus, he only really has two, and they're not hard counters. They're just there. Like, they can just stop him a little bit. You misjudge my Ravi? Most people do. Most people misjudge, but look at Strelok. Alright, let's keep seeing it. I'll let this person that's already in there play 3 games in a row before I switch him out. So, even though like I know that my opponent's going to pick FCC, T-Crossette, or G-Perg, it doesn't matter, because those units are that strong. And even with like the right answers to them, you're still at a disadvantage if you don't have like really good answers to them. For General Purgus, you have Cerise and you have Archie and Mercedes. Besides those two, I don't think there's any other counters to General Purgus. Oh, it's still in the game. It's not letting you leave. That sucks. Here, let me take you off. Oh, it says you're back. But I don't know. It's not fun. It's more of a high rank thing. Usually you have to remember, like, anything below champion usually doesn't start catching up to the meta until like 2 to 3 months later. Because you'll restart. Why would you restart? I'll let Elisa and Godwin fight. It's like not really a counter though. That's the thing. But it just takes a while for things to trickle down, right? So like something new will happen in like high champion, and because usually endgame players have more resources saved up, have less things that they need to be farming, have more gear to try stuff out, they're more open to trying out the new techs and trying out the new spice, right? So it takes some time for stuff to trickle down. So right now in low bracket, it's still all about Golden Boys. Still, it's all Golden Boys in low bracket. It's been Golden Boys for a while. That's just how it's going to stay in RB as well. Like, those units are still very strong, lower brackets. But it'll slowly start trickling down that T-Crossette, Briarwitch, and DJ Bazaar are extremely powerful. That will start trickling down. People will start using that because that's the new best thing. And by then, you'll already have the next thing already starting. So, it's weird. It's hard to talk about certain meta things because for you guys, you may not see it and you may be thinking, but this doesn't feel that way. And there's units that don't feel as strong either. Because the thing about T-Crossette is he's only as good as the unit you're protecting, right? If you are protecting a not great unit, T-Crossette is not that good, right? But if you're protecting a insane Landy, a Ravi, a Stanit, a really good backline unit with T-Crossette, then you just win the game. Right, because it's like they can't kill him, they can't kill T-Crossette, they can't stun them, they can't stun T-Crossette because he's high after us. So it's kind of like, what do you do, right? You just kind of like take it. You just gotta take the DPS. But he's only as good as the backline that you have. And that's one of the limiting factors about it. Of course, the only counter I can think of that's a hard counter is a Meru. But even then, it's not even that hard because Secret Set can just cleanse. So that's like the new thing. That's the new in. So if you want to be ahead of the meta and you like Secret Set, I do recommend building him. I mean, he has a solid kit that I could see working very far into the future. Right? Also, I'm loving the Solitaria. It's really cool. I always like seeing Solitaria, actually. Yeah, like, look at that. And the stun. Oh, it's just disgusting, dude. This unit is filthy, bro. It's the new in. It fits way too well. Everyone has Secret Set now. Current Puppet Free. I know you were at the beginning, bro. You had it for a very long time. But yeah, if you want some free dubs, get a good Landy, get a good Stana, get a good Ravi, and then or like one of these, and then get a really good Secret Set, and then Jeeper. So it'll be interesting. I am curious where the meta is gonna develop from here. I just don't see an out. It just, like, General Purgus just came like so strong into the meta, and Secret Set just fits so nicely, but also does counter. But yeah, chat said it's no longer a tech. So I don't know. It'd be cool. You know, there's. I am curious what they're gonna do. It is a pretty big problem. But as far as that, G-Perk's still insane. Golden Boys are still a really good strategy. Ras F Kluri, still slept on, still a good strategy, right? I got it pretty hard. They really should start nerfing stuff. I agree, Lafayette. It's just they're getting to a point where it's just like we're gonna have to start getting like absurd units. Like we need a unit that's just so absurd that can crack the current code, which is just so hard. How do you crack General Purgus Secret Set FCC drafts? Inherently, they're just tanky units that do damage and protect. How do you stop that? For like they can stop the DPSs, but there will always be a new DPS that will abuse the knights, right? Like think about Stene. Stene used to not be as strong as she is now. Think about it that way. Stene, like 2 seasons ago, she was a good unit, but she was never like the unit. Why? Because like there wasn't Last Rider Crawl, there was no G-Perk. Well, people didn't use General Purgus like they do now. And she just didn't shine as much because people had really good AoE. You know, you had RB, you had T-Cern, you had Seaside. Not all the right answers to those units. And Stena wasn't that great, right? But then Last Rider Crawl came around, and you start seeing more protect the Stena comps. You start seeing more tank Stenas that could deal with the AoE. So slowly, she started becoming more and more like strong. And at this point, she just keeps getting support. T. Crosset, for example, or General Purgus. Right? And it's just she keeps getting better. She's a unit that gets better with time, and it's to a level that it's just like I don't know what we're gonna be doing because it's just without nerfs, how do you stop that? You can't expect all the different interactions. Like there are units that are 1 unit away from being broken. Right? Like they're just missing that one support. Like imagine if there was actually there kind of is, but he's still not meta. But if there was like a I don't know, like what's a unit that's just like 1 unit away from being like super powerful? Spez is up there. He's a unit that's like really close. Iseria? Like think about Iseria, right? Let's say we get a unit that has an insane S3 with a cooldown. Then we'll start seeing Iseria a lot more. And we'll start seeing some like Iseria abuse, right? Because there's no way you can see all the interactions. Right? So it's gonna get harder and harder for them to balance the game. Now, does that mean that the game's is dead right now? No, by no means. I mean, like right now, it's still pretty chill, right? We're still chilling for the most part. I don't think the game is even close to dying. Like I would at least give it 2 more years before I even see like waning numbers. But the other thing is I really want another game mode for PvP that's not Guild Wars and that's not RTA. Because right now, and like, I don't know, I feel like we're missing co-op content. I wouldn't mind no PvP, but I want co-op hard content. The thing about Briarwitch, actually that's not a terrible combo, but the thing about it, it's like, you have to win off of the other units, off of Bioseria's S3, not of Briarwitch doing S3 multiple times. That's like, I never understood the complaint. Not saying Briarwitch is a bad unit, but I never understood the complaint that's like, oh, she'd be so much better if you reset the S3. The S3 already did her job, right? Like, what do you want the S3 again? Like, for more damage? I mean, like, I guess it'll be pretty nice, but it's not like the best S3 in the world. But co-op content would be really cool. Co-op content that's challenging, that requires coordination, would be really cool. But still easy enough that you can do it and get some rewards without actually doing it, if that makes any sense. Like, without trying super hard. But I don't know. And I still want better rewards for RTA. I'm so tired of RTA season. Did the World Tournament start? Yes, you can actually see it in the cap. In the whatchamacallit, in the... Oh, man, I just realized what you're doing. You actually let the Immortal Helga through? I'm surprised. I am very surprised you let the Immortal Helga through. Wait, Sherlock, did you know about this combo? Not like it's hard to explain. Okay, so you guys know I've been trying different gacha games because it was preseason RTA. There was not a lot happening. It's pretty boring, to be completely honest with y'all. There's not a lot, and even now, there's not a lot going on right now in Epic 7. Like, Epic 7 is in a slow phase right now. Right? We're in a very slow decline for Epic 7 right now. So I've been trying other gacha games, and one of the ones I tried, and I've been still loving, is Princess Connect. Right? Now, before you hate on the name or on the game, they have some really cool PvP and PvE modes that I think would be really, really interesting. So for PvP, they have 2 arenas. And the other arena, instead of just having one regular arena, is you have 3 arenas set up where they can see your first arena defense, but they can't see the other 2. And then you have to fight those 3 defenses, and you have to win 2 out of 3, right? So that was pretty cool. It's pretty fun. It allows for team variety, for unit variety, and it would be interesting. I know for Epic 7 you would need to know all 3 teams, but that'd be kind of cool if like there was a side arena that was like capped for entries every week. You only got so many, right? So like that we wouldn't have that much play, but it would add enough to make it interesting. So that'd be really, really cool. Then they also have the clan battles, which is not like World Boss, because World Boss is just a flop. World Boss sucks. Also, I'm pretty sure you lose this, Sherlock. Like, I hate to break it to you, but I'm pretty sure you lose this one. Oh, wait. Do you? I forgot that T-Cross it stuns. Oh, no immunity. RIP. Oh, I did not know that. The thing about it is, like, if this RB keeps pushing back this Helga, what's gonna happen? I guess it doesn't matter. I didn't realize she didn't get immunity up. Feels bad. If he got immunity up, you would have, the Helga would have won. But the T-Cross at stun is rough. Hey, congratulations on pulling one of the more broken units right now. But I don't know. The other one would be like for a clan battle. So essentially for this one, it's like there's a weekly boss or a daily boss that you can fight, and you use like your units, but you can't use the same unit the same day more than once. So kind of like World Boss, but you actually get to manual it and you can use your friend stuff. That'd be cool. Oh, that's so sad. That's tough. If she got immunity, she would have won by herself, which is crazy to think about. Yeah, S2 before the S3? Yeah, probably. He didn't need the 3 turns. He probably could just have kept it. Then there's also like Labby, which is pretty cool, from Summoner's War. That one was really cool. But there's a lot of stuff they can do, dude. There's so much stuff. So much stuff. And we're at a point that people have enough units that it's like 10 unit stuff is better. Right? We're getting to a point where having content that requires more than 5 units is good. Right? Where I think it's actually like okay for players. And it may have some barrier to entry at the beginning, but I mean you'll eventually get to there. Yeah, mono teams could work if there was like challenges, right? For certain stages, like fire only, right? Then there's also like the more like competitive PvP aspect would be different formats. So like maybe a 3 versus 3 or 2 3 versus 3, kind of like Guild Wars, but you draft 6 units that are in different teams, right? That'd be pretty cool, and that'd be pretty big brain too. Like, can you imagine like having to draft 6 units or drafting 7 units, and then you ban 1, and then you can pick your teams based on the units that you build. You pick 2 Guild Wars teams. I don't know, but that'd be hard to do. But there's a lot of stuff they can do. They can also add like more. I think they need to focus more on the Guild Wars side, because I think that's where they have the most potential in Epic 7 is the Guild Wars. Like maybe having like 3v3 Guild Wars. That'd be cool. I don't know. I don't think there can be any other real-time arena. There's already as much as you get, right? There's not gonna be any player versus player type game mode that they can add that people would play more seriously than RTA. But they need to focus on Guild Wars for the endgame side. It's been a long time since they've added something for late game players. So I know they're very, let me type it in the chat. They're very early game friendly. So if you're an early game player, you're probably like, what the heck are you talking about, Blair? Like, there's so much stuff to do in this game. You want more? Like, what do you mean? But right now, it's just like, as a veteran player, besides RTA, they have not added any late game content that I can't clear within 2 days of it coming out. Right? There's no like competitive end game content out there that's worth it. The last one was actually that I thought was a really great update. That last one was actually the Dagger Sakar, which was last year. Abyss does not count. Abyss does not count. Abyss is legit just a unit check. Abyss is legit. Do you have X unit? Do you have this unit? Do you have luck? Okay, here we go. Here's the Abyss stage. Abyss is good. I don't mind Abyss. I think Abyss is a well-made thing, but it's a gear check. I think Dagger Sakar was a really good step in the right direction. That one was really fun. The challenges are really fun. I like that I can do them anytime. But I think they need some late game stuff. But let's see draft-wise. I don't think I want to do draft, but I think I'll do it another day. I'm going to talk about people's drafts and stuff. But yeah, while we watch this fight, today is also Top 5 Tuesday. Is there any particular Top 5 Tuesday you guys would like to see? Real-time PvE would be really cool. Like, who can take down a boss faster? But then it would just become a gear check. That's the problem. It would just become a gear check. That's the only problem with, like, direct PvE content. It's usually a gear check type of situation. Ottoman Tower is so good. Oh yeah, Ottoman Tower is also really cool. Yeah, Ottoman Tower is good. I mean, sometimes, like, Epic 7, I've said this before, but it's like, we'll get 3 months of, like, dope content. We'll get, like, 3 months that's just, like, this content is amazing. This content is great. And then we'll get 3 months that it's like, Smogate, what are you doing? Are you trying to lose money? But, I mean, it's fun. I know that Tower is boring, but every week, it's been out for like 3 months, and I still enjoy playing the Ottoman Tower. Ottoman Tower is probably one of the best updates that Epic 7 has ever done. It's actually been one of my favorite. I don't know why, it's just the funnest one. I wish there was more stages. I want to see how far I can take it. I want it to be like 50 and make it harder or something. You know, like add an extra level. Because I think it's so cool. I think Tower is so fun and cool and creative and has so many ways. It's so enjoyable. It's so enjoyable. I wish they let me play it forever and I could just play it all the time. Because honestly, that game mode is so fun. It's just like so great to watch your team just obliterate. And like that part's still fun, even though it's really easy. But also when you start getting like those really cool buffs and you get a really stacked Robbie, like you go for all fire. I don't know, but I hope they do. I'm all for it, Caleb. I'm all for it. The thing about Epic Smogate that they struggle a lot with is they will do some really weird stuff. Also, side note, but bro, Strelok, your drafts have gotten so toxic. Holy. I'm actually really impressed and scared at how good your drafting has got. Your drafts have gotten. Oh, he actually went for it. This guy's insane. Oh my, you're actually so greedy. I cannot believe that actually paid off. But Strelok's trap's looking mad toxic, bro. This Strelok diff, bro. What happened to the Cleave Strelok? I need to be working towards a booster draft. The only thing it's like, I still think that healer wins though. Because he can S3 your Landy. He could have S3'd your Landy. And then you lose. Now you actually might have given him the game. Oh, he has S3 still? Never mind. I didn't know if he had S3 or not. But you should never put yourself in a situation where you can lose a game. Because what happens if Adventurer Kluri missed the debuffs there, right? Then you lose. Because you don't kill Landy, he sets up. Yeah, he would set up with T-Cross-A. So that was really risky. That was a very, very greedy play. I'm sorry, I was just watching the side. That was a very greedy play. Yeah, it worked out for him because now he keeps Craw S3. But getting rid of Landy, he essentially won the game. So there was zero reason for him to hold on to the S3. He still wins the game and it's safe. But instead he went for a very aggressive play to keep the Craw S3. And to hope that your Adventurer Kluri does not miss the decreased defense. Right? That is so greedy. Oh, you didn't have it? I thought you did. Who did you horse? Wait, now I'm shocked. I wasn't paying attention. Who did you horse? You horsed very early. Because none of these units like took no damage. I must have missed it. Oh, early Landy horse? Okay. That makes more sense. I was wondering. I was like, that would be really greedy. There's no way he would do that. Okay, never mind. Forget I said anything. You're a good player. Never mind. Forget I said that. I should never doubt Healer. He's always the big brain player. But I'm pretty sure he wins this one. Oh, are you doing full RGB? Oh, that's why you're going full RGB right now. Yeah, Healer, why don't you do it all the way to champion, bro? But yeah, going back to what I was saying, yeah, we need more people. We need more stuff. We have a lot of steps in the right direction, but Smilegate tends to forget stuff, right? Like they'll do a really cool update and they'll forget. One thing, it's like, you guys remember you know how powder still drops from hunts? And it's one powder, and it's super annoying when it drops one powder instead of like 2 or 3. They were going to actually remove the powder. They actually said, we are removing powder. They actually said it in one of the patch notes. They never did. They forgot about it. The Guardians, they never added a single other Guardian, which I thought was a shame. Guardians overall are useless now. PvE content overall is just a lot easier. Or a lot, like, chiller. With the World Boss update, they had the World Boss update and they had all these other stuff that they were going to keep adding to the World Boss. They dropped it. So I don't get why they drop projects and go to other projects. It doesn't make sense to me. It does not make sense to me. And then like with the adventure mode, right, which is a kind of nice little side story thing that I enjoy. I enjoy adventure mode. I think it's really cool. The last adventure mode was a very long time ago, and they're supposed to have it every month, and they just didn't for one of the months. Like they went off schedule. They do a lot of really weird stuff that it's normally not normal. But I will give them credit. You are right. There's a quality of life change every single patch. They are a very responsive company. While they do forget stuff a lot, they usually are doing pretty good. So that's why I usually say we'll get like 3 months of like amazing like game-breaking content that's gonna keep you engaged with Epic 7 for a long time. But then there's also months where Smilegate just kind of drops the ball, right? They just kind of like drop the ball on certain stuff, right? And it's just very sad when they do that. But yeah, some of the quality of life changes, bro. Do y'all remember the pet system? Do y'all remember when we didn't even have pets? But the thing about it, it's like, I imagine it was like an episode a year, right? We're coming up to an episode soon. It's usually supposed to be an episode a year. That's what they said they wanted to do, was an episode every single year. We're already almost at that 1 year gap since season 2 started, and we still have 6 chapters missing. I imagine they're putting a big one. That's what I think, because we have the S chapters that they have to release, and they still have chapter 8 that they have to release. So I think they'll release 8, 7S, and 5S. Or they'll wait like last time to release the S's after the main storyline finishes, which is what they did for season 2. Or for season 2. It was for season 2. But I don't know, man. Penguin mass summon would be nice. I would love being able to summon 10 penguins at the same time so I can 5-star quicker. I can 5-star in 2 minutes. If y'all haven't watched that video, it's like a fast 5-star guide. I made a 5-star within like 10 minutes. It's just ridiculous how fast you can make a 5-star. Yeah, S chapter should come after A, right? Come after A, but like I thought the Hatan chapter and stuff like that came after chapter 10 ended. With like Faustus. Also, Faustus is supposed to come sometime this week. So I don't know, man. I don't know. sometimes, again, as I mentioned, sometimes Epic 7 is just on it. They release amazing units with great designs. They release great chapters. They release great side stories. They release great events that just are bomb. And then there's times they just drop the ball. Like for the current one, like with the E7 World Cup, pretty hype at the beginning. The rewards were amazing. But then the actual event, oh man, they really dropped the ball on it. It's just kind of like, oh, it's tough. Yeah, they're on panic mode right now, which is why I'm pretty sure they canceled the live stream today, because they probably want to talk about it and they want to see what they're gonna do. Yeah, that match was disgusting. Lafayette, that's what happens. If you thought that match was disgusting, that's about how almost every single draft looks. Every single other one looks. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's why they didn't have the stream today, is because they were like, y'all, people were very upset at the Epic 7 World Cup, right? And I'm pretty sure, and for the most part, those type of events usually do generate a lot of hype and generate a lot of community hype. And overall, the event was really good, but the actual events, like the quiz event, was just so terrible, dude. Like, it was just like tragic. The Discord event was tragic. The timing, I still cannot believe the times that they picked. Because for the most part, I know that they have an international audience, and I know they have to consider it, right? That's definitely a consideration. But for global, it was 3 a.m. For Europe, it was 8 a.m. And then the only place that benefited was the Asia server. That's it. That's the only place that was like decent. It was just, dude, it was just like so tragic, dude. So tragic. They might have just buffed tank mana to drag on the tourney matches. I don't think so. I mean, the Epic 7 World Cup is a really cool meta. I think the Epic 7 World Cup actually has a really fun meta. I want the Epic 7 World Cup meta, bro. All about that, like, mind games with, like, 2 bands. And, like, they can't explore that much because you can't get that much practice, right? Like, those players probably got very little practice and they got high-end practice. Whereas in, like, I'm pretty sure that's the next change that's coming to RTA. It's the 2 pre-bans. It may not have happened this season, but I am sure it's going to come next season. But yeah, Group A was fun. The gap was fun. I enjoyed the event. Again, I'm not ripping on the actual tournament. The actual tournament was fire. What sucked was the logistics and like the side events. And it sucks that we can't do this event in person. That's the other one. I do wanna give credit where credit is due. I know for a business and a company, it is extremely difficult to host events online. It's not easy, right? There's a lot of other factors you have to consider, like time. Whereas if it was a worldwide event, then it's kind of determined where the location is, right? So I understand that all this stuff is really hard, and I am very thankful that they're trying, right? That's something we gotta, give credit to Smage where credit is due. We had to thank them, we gotta be nice to Smage because they didn't have to do this event. They did not have to do the World Cup. They don't really get a lot from the first one. But it's just all for the community. So I have to give them credit where credit is due. I know how stressful it can be to host an online event and when things don't go your way. So all in all, good job, Smilegate. Get your logistics better. Hopefully for the next time when we're back in person, it'll be like a super dope event. It'll be super lit. And I'll definitely be there. And maybe I'll even get to see you guys there. Bro, if they do a live event in the United States, 100% I'm going to that event. Live. Even if I'm not participating, I will be at an event that Epic 7 hosts. That would be super dope. But they're trying, which I appreciate, right? I've never felt like they've taken the easy way out. So that's something I do have to appreciate about Smilegate as a company and as a game, Epic 7. It's just they always do seem to like actually try. Also, this is a very interesting draft on the right. But it's like doing okay. The only thing is the no immunity. Oh, it doesn't really matter, right? Wait, Healer, you might have just inted. Healer, I think you just inted. Healer, why didn't you S2? Why didn't you S3? Wait. Healer? Sorry, I'm still watching the matches, by the way. I love watching background matches. Yeah, I was like, wait, you're just gonna, the state is gonna eat you alive now. Landy's gone, right? Oh wait, where's his souls? Did he soul Melissa? Wait, where are his souls? I'm kind of curious now. What happened to his souls? Oh, that's so sad. Yeah, it's over. GG. GG, that was a good match, though. Santos Sketchup. I respect it. I respect the grind. I don't think you're winning it anymore, but I respect the grind. And now the guiding lights, yeah, it's kind of doomed. It's looking kind of doomed. So tanky, so bulky. Look at all this bulk. Yeah, faster Kise. That was impressive. I got sidetracked, but I mean that's what usually we do on stream. We just usually get sidetracked and we chill. That's why I like these type of nights where we just kind of fight and chill. I don't always have to go up. I can talk to you guys actually. As far as some like updates overall, I will be dropping a tier list this next week. I'll be talking about it in the Discord, and it's been pretty spicy. So how fast does a Melissa have to be? If you're trying to make it like Santa Lesha wants to, probably like 240. Which is pretty fast. And really hard to do. But, man. Oh yeah. I forgot how I even got here. Hoodie your thumbnail? Oh, it's Smilegate's. It's Smilegate's thumbnail. I didn't make it. This was actually an art from the official World Cup. Yeah. So, yeah, it was the Epic 7 World Cup. They actually did really good. They actually used this art in the Epic 7 World Cup. I think as a screensaver. So, I should probably put that in the description. They really did a good job. Like, all in all, they did a pretty good job. I don't know about that one, Myth. I don't know. I know Rin. I know you love Rin, and you make me want to believe in her. But it's, and yeah, dude, it's a amazing thumbnail. I honestly might like, I don't know. I love it. If it's not Smilegate's, and someone actually reaches out to me and tells me it's theirs, like if you know if this is someone else's, please let me know. I'll either change the thumbnail or give like more credit in like the next videos. Because I hate taking art for free unless it's from Smilegate, because then it's like I'm already playing their game, so I would hope that they'll let me use their art. So if it's not Smilegate's, please let me know. Dude, I Toxic. I really wish I could tell you, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna wait until 2 weeks before the actual collab. 2 to 1 week. I really do hope Senya's revealed tonight, bro. If it's Senya, but the only thing is if it's Senya, bro, we're about to simp for Senya when it could be fake collab. Is it really worth it? Is it really worth it? Simping for Senya if it's Senya, or waiting for the collab? Yeah, patch reviews tonight, but they're not doing a stream. It's just videos. I know, bro. I'm so sad. I want to watch this video. I want to watch the new unit. Bro, we simping for Senya, bro? Honestly, I'm okay on the summer one. I'm not okay for the new collab. So, like, June, we're getting a new collab. And if it's Fate, bro, oh, man, my wallet is going to be crying, bro. If it's Fate collab, I'm telling you right now, Gilgamesh, I'm triple assessing him. First day, the day that banner drops, we triple assess, we build, we awaken, we Molagora, and we put him on his path to win an RTA. Same day, bro. If it's actually Fate, I will actually triple it, like full Gilgamesh showcase in the same night. We'll do it on stream, bro. We'll do it on stream. We'll like spam the summons, bro. I'll buy all the summons before, of course, because I will clearly have to spend. I only have enough to pity 2 units right now, which is not enough to triple assess a unit. So, But we're gonna go hard if it's actually fate. If it's not fate, I don't think I'll triple S as a unit. I might still rush build just because like I haven't done it in a while and it's usually fun to do it. And I have the resources now, so. But I think, yeah, it makes more sense if we get Grand Blue. Lafayette. I really do think it might be Grand Blue. What is this, healer? What happened to RGB, huh? You don't take RGB against people that have actual drafts? Is that what I'm seeing? But there's a lot of things I could do. Damn, that's a really good RB. That is a very good RB. Wow, that's a 200. Look at the cross arriving. Bro, I'm telling you right now, bro, there's a lot of games that if it's that game, I would 100% whale for certain games. Oh, look at that Gav game. I don't. Oh, he didn't get the miss. I think you actually lose. Wait, do you? No, I think Rose solos this actually. Rose solos this. I'm pretty sure. If it's a good Rose, she'll solo. She might not solo. Oh, not with all these Gabs, she won't. Yeah, I don't know about this anymore. Never mind. I don't think she solos anymore. Healer's Wilden. Healer's Wilden. Yep, one more turn till S3, right? If only Bassard did more damage. Feels bad. Wait, but if he pushes back, he could theoretically outspeed. Oof. 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 I don't know, man. I don't want to get too hyped for the collab because I really do think that in the new collab, I don't want to get overhyped and then I'll be big sad. Also, I'm going to skip 2 hours because he just joined. Bro, this hours, you're really tryharding. Holy. You got a legend? Bro, how hard are you going? But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't want to get hyped. I don't want to get too hyped because then I'll be disappointed. And then if I'm disappointed, I'm going to be really sad. And then if I'm really sad, I won't be able to make Epic 7 content that's lit. Yeah, I mean, there's always a chance that the collab is bad. But then you still want to get at least one copy of the unit. I'll probably still pull for Sermia. I mean, I have resources saved up. So I should be able to do a pretty good job. Oh. Bro, what is this? This draft looking different, bro. It's always fun to see them fight. So if y'all don't know, in the Discord, if you haven't joined the Discord, both of them are pretty active on the Discord. Ours not so much anymore, but he's a Cleave player normally who finally built a really good Bruiser draft. He has all the Bruiser units to be super toxic, but he prefers to Cleave, which is good for everyone else, because if not, we'd be seeing Emeru Doris. Oh yeah, dude, if it's not a good collab, I'll be mad sad. But yeah, as far as top 5s, what would y'all like to see today? Let me think so. Do y'all want a lore one? Do y'all want a useful one? Or do y'all want a fun one? So fun, useful, informative, or lore. Which top 5 would y'all like tonight? I'll think about it after the stream. And while I brush my teeth and get ready for bed. And I'll record the video and post it. But what would y'all like? I already know next week's. I just don't know this week's. For today's. Actually, I might just do next week's for today. And then use another one for next week. Since I need more time. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud. But I actually want to kind of see this. Very interesting drafts, to say the least. From both sides. The T-Crow said, very annoying. Why? Ammo, Ken, X Serrato? Oh my goodness. I forget that they're always fighting, dude. I want to see more ML lore, dude. Fun top 5? A fun top 5 would be like... What the top 5 collabs I want. That'd be a really cool one. That'd be my top 5 that I would make a video on if it was like a fun one. Another fun one would be like top 5. Not husbandos. We already did that. We never did the waifu one because I know if I ever made a top 5 waifu one, you guys would cream me alive and would say that your waifu didn't make it and that I have terrible taste. If I made a waifu tier list, I could make a husbando one because people are not usually as hardcore about their husbandos as they are about their waifus. So that'll be another fun one that's on the list. Let me see the ones I actually have on my list. I have a couple. One that I want to make, but every time I ask the Discord, do y'all think this is a good idea? They tell me no. Is top 5 Epic 7 YouTubers. That one, I don't want to get shunned from the community, but it's not like I'm even part of the community. So, because Smoggy doesn't notice me. Feels bad. And Shogun left, which makes me really sad. But that one would be a cool one. I want to do it, but I could see why it'd be bad if I did it. The top 5 Epic 7 YouTubers. But I don't want beef. I'm not trying to start beef. I can do top worst, but then there's even more beef. But let's not get into it. I could do to pick back up, yeah. Yeah. That would be a really cool one, actually. Let me actually write that one down. I may not do it today because I would want to research that one before I actually typed it and actually made a video. So I wouldn't want to do something that already didn't, that it's not easy, that requires, if I'm doing one that requires some research, I usually don't like to do them. So if it was an informative one, I would have to wait till next week. But I will write this one down because it's actually pretty good. That one's pretty good. I like it. What happened to Shogun? Real life, bro. Timothy. Real life just caught up with him. He got a really good job, which I'm really happy for him about. And Shogun's a really cool dude. Really successful as well. So he has like this contract. So he's been working really, really hard. He probably will come back later, but I don't know. So Hour's actually taking the game, bro. That's crazy. Not letting healer meta get the full rotation on everyone. Alright, I haven't played in a while, so let me slot myself in. Alright. Which Epic 7 YouTuber's best waifu? Oh my goodness. Let me type the best waifu one. I'll keep that one in the back of my mind. There's another one that I wanted to do. There's a couple of lore ones I've been wanting to do, but I need to reread some of the story. Because every time I make a single mistake on a lore video, I get ripped for it, and I feel really bad that I didn't reread the story for it. Because I know I could have. But okay. I'm gonna give Hours a little surprise. Let's see what he does. Oh, I'm surprised he didn't take away the Cerise. Let me think. What's another fun one that I've been wanting to do? Top 5 season 4 sleeper picks. Is he actually gonna tank me? That's so toxic. What happened to cleave hours? Alright, let me think. If you're cleaving, you probably want this unit. Or like hybrid picking. Top 5 season 4 sleeper. That's kind of was like the new meta one. That would be good to ML version. I've done the ML version one before. I don't like redoing videos I've done. Especially because there's almost none left. At this point, it's just 5th. Land players have no soul. Oh, man. Oh, man. It was a long time ago. Toxic they are pretty much the same. They did not release a single one that I put on the list. They have not released. They didn't release Pavel. They haven't released. They released Crawl. I think Crawl was on the list and he did get released. The other one. What was it? Ooh, if you lose to bro, how sad would you be if you actually lost to my Mort though? I feel like you'd be like Copium, dude. There's no way you lose to Mort, right? Why does every meta go back to being Brucers? I haven't made the video, but that was gonna be one of the videos I've been wanting to make. Was like, if RNG is a part of skill. I know it's clickbaity and people are gonna hate on it, but I've got people to click, and I want to talk. That's why Why RNG is a part of skill. That's the reason people play boosters, because there's little to no RNG. That's a really... Wait, I'm stupid. You out to me with T-Crosset. I'm so stupid. Unless it's a scuffed T-Crosset. Please be scuffed. It's not scuffed. I am so screwed. You get turn 1 advantage over me. I'm so stupid. I am so stupid. I should just done S2. I was not paying attention. And I didn't even strip the seaside. That's the sad part. Let me think. Do I want immunity or do I want defense buff? I think I want defense buff, actually. Top 5 community art heroes? What do you mean by art heroes? Like, they have the best art? The other one I was planning to do was top 5 animations, which I haven't made in a long time. You cut here, right? Wait, I don't even proc your thing. That's so sad. That's saddening. I needed the Landy to hit. Because even if we don't get it, it'd still be nice to, like, get some stuff in. This season's gonna hurt a lot. The only way I think we win this one is it's not looking great. Let's put it that way. Yeah, it's not looking great at all. Yes, 3 is the Landy. And it kills. Or it should kill at least. Top 5 hero design ones is another one I was thinking about doing. That's actually on my list already. I just never got around to actually doing it. I cannot believe we missed your seaside though. That actually makes me kind of salty that we didn't hit your seaside. Because now we can't stun her, right? We normally would be able to do S2 and then call it a day, but we can't do that. But I'll save it for later. Yeah, that sucks that we didn't strip the seaside. Granted, you could have just cleansed there. Wow, your T-Cross set actually cleanses the seaside? That's crazy. Also, the decreased defense sucks. Top 5 side story, that's a good one, actually. Let me write that one. That would be a good lore one. Yeah, we actually lose to seaside. If you didn't hit the decreased defense on more, I actually think we won. That's so sad that it comes down to that. Yeah, because right now, no decreased defense, he would be a lot healthier. I have more chances to actually pop off. Using the Cerise 3 earlier was like booming though. That was terrible playmaking by me. Yeah, I think the only way I won this game was if I landed a restrict on T-Crossed, but I'm sure that he doesn't have a scuffed one. But yeah, more did not pull through for us this time. I should have probably put Ravi. Ravi would have done better in this situation. That's the sad thing. And also looking back at it, I should have kept the seaside in there. Or the Bazaar. I think if I had kept the Bazaar in there, picked Ravi and Violet, we would have won. Top 5 skins, I think I did. But I may not have. So let me type it. I wanted to do top 5 skins actually. So that's like the fun ones though. Right? I usually try to, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but if you actually watch the top 5s, I typically switch between like top 5 fun, top 5 informative, top 5 fun, top 5 informative. Then I'll usually do I sprinkle in a lore one here every once in a while, but I usually try to keep it informative for the most part. And to answer your question, yeah, Than Fam, Thanks for dropping by again on the stream. Always fun to see you. He's one of my favorite YouTubers, and he's really fun. He's such a smart player too. Such good drafts. But yeah, usually 150 to 200 ER. If your T-Cross set is anything lower, you will lose in situations like you saw right there, where the Cerise does not land restrict, or it would land restrict and then you lose. Because then if you're restricted, it's pretty bad. It's not great. Mersa SC would be better. Dude, if Mersa ever gets an SC, she's actually better than Violet. Just top 5 units that tilt you. I need to build some more of them. That one was a really fun one. I sometimes occasionally like to do my own like personal opinion on certain stuff. I like to do like my top 5 most hated units. That one was pretty fun. I enjoyed that one a lot. I enjoyed making it too. Top 5 changes Smaga, yeah. I could branch off a lot of the other ones. Smaga should put out more skins. I 100% agree. They need a lot more skins. There's a lot of heroes not getting skins. But yeah, Dan's here, bro. It's glad to have you back. I know you took a little break from Epic 7, which I completely don't blame you for. Because it's been kind of slow, but I'm glad to see you're back. It's always fun to see other YouTube content creators. Right now, I think like, for the most part, most Epic 7 content creators are also considered streaming. Or are streamers in Twitch and just make bots off of their streams. The ones that I know that are still doing really good are God Doggos, Dan, Astronox. Who else? Who else is still doing YouTube videos? And hasn't really done streams? Epic 7 YouTubing is pretty big right now. No, not YouTubing. Epic 7 RTAing is pretty big right now. I think YouTube has gone down a little bit. Like people on YouTube. But Twitch is looking really good. Oh, Deity. But Deity doesn't really make dedicated videos. YDCB does make dedicated videos. So he technically is like a mix. So he does do dedicated videos. YD does do dedicated videos. How could I forget? Yeah, I know Psychopath. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to talk about it. Wow, look at the Pavel popping off. Okay. Apex. Oh, I don't play shooter games. Bro, God Doggos is a really funny guy. I've always wanted to do like a... And I don't know if you'd be interesting, Tan, because I know you're... I mean, I guess since you're in the stream, that usually means... I've been wanting to do a stream where I sit down with like YouTube Epic 7 content creators. Because I feel like the Twitch community is so like well connected. Like they're all very well connected together, and like they will have each other on each other's streams. But I feel like YouTubers don't do that for obvious reasons, right? Because we make videos, we're not like our main thing is not streaming. But that'd be really fun, like to get Dan, Deity, and like who else would be really fun to have? God Doggos would be really fun to have, but I know his time zone's gonna be like really hard to. That'd be really hard for him. But that'd be fun to have like a stream with them. Like a discussion stream / just like a fun stream in the back. I don't know, it'd be fun. It's something I've thought about. I've thought about asking them here and there. I've definitely considered it. I'll say that much. I've thought about it several times, but I just haven't gotten around to it. So I'll see. Maybe y'all will see me on your Discords, and I'll be DMing all of y'all. We might start with Deity because I know he already streams a lot. I know you stream too, Than. I've seen your streams every once in a while, but sometimes YouTube doesn't recommend me your streams. It makes me sad. God Doggos is fun. What I want to do with God Doggos, if he would do it with me, what would be really fun with God Doggos would be having like a meme fight. Because y'all know I have Aether built, I have Mort built, I have a lot of meme units built, right? Like here and there. And he has a ton of meme units built. So maybe like doing like, or maybe doing the units that we're known for. So like a YouTuber RTA like known draft. So I'd be using Kayron, Aether, Ravi, Mort, and like another unit. And he'll be using... He uses so much fodder units though. Like most of the units he uses are fodder. He uses Rylet though, so you could use Rylet. That'd be cool. It'd be cool. It'd be fun. It'd be fun. I don't know. I just thought it'd be fun. I think it'd be lit to watch. And have discussions with him. And like that one will be more for a video. But his video quality is way better than mine. He's so much better at editing than I am. I'm kind of a boomer when it comes to technology. It's pretty sad, but it's true. I'm really bad at technology. I don't know why. I was never good for it. Oh yeah, Pavel Cleave. I would let him do a Pavel Cleave. I mean, I get more. I get a K-Ron. It'd be chill. It'd be fun. Maybe a fun video. Dude, Scorpion was so fun, dude. We've seen a lot of YouTubers come and go. We always see the new ones. There's a lot of new ones on the come up. And I usually try, if I see a video of one that I really like, I sometimes will try to put it on my community tab so you guys can see it. But there's some really good up and rising YouTubers. Am I studying engineering? Yeah. But it's like, okay, let me rephrase that. Like things like code and Excel, I'm like amazing at. Software, design, like PowerPoint slides and stuff like that. But when it comes to like streaming, I don't know, or editing, I'm so bad at anything that's artistic. Let's put it that way. I'm so bad at anything that's artistic, and there's a lot of artistry in like computer stuff and like streaming, like with like the layout, the sound quality stuff. But I'm not a sound quality engineer, so that's tough. Oh yeah, Astronax is the most dedicated for sure. That dude builds heroes like they're nothing. I actually sometimes use his videos to see a unit in action before I make a worth it video on Thursdays, because I like to see the unit before I actually say anything. So I will sometimes watch Astronax for like seeing a unit in action and kind of gauging how good it is. So I would recommend Astronax for sure, for seeing like the first review of a unit in action with some pretty decent teams, right? And pretty decent level, right? Like he's like a pretty competent player. He actually knows what he's doing. He actually plays RTA and he plays other stuff, and he has several accounts. He's very experienced in the game. So I would definitely recommend them for sure. Tell us how many memories like 6-star Scorpion watching the first E7 event. Yeah, that's pretty cool stuff. There's been a lot of really cool moments. Also, this Stene just eats this team alive. I just realized that. Yeah, this Stene is gonna eat this team alive. Kill the Watcher Shuri and then kill the Sidon. Stene is actually very dirty in the Cleave versus Cleave drafts. But I'll give me some good ideas for top 5s for next week. This week, I think I'll do the one I was going to do next week. I'll just do it this week. It's an RGB one, and I know like all the past streams have been all about RGB, have been all about like climbing an RGB and stuff like that. But that's why I didn't want to do it the top 5 today, because there was like the top 5 things I learned from playing RGB, right? Because there's a lot of stuff I learned. So. Alright, I'll do one more fight since we just got a new player, and we'll let him finish it. And then I think I'm going to end the stream because I still need to make the video and I need to be in bed by 2, which is in an hour. May not be doable. But alright, let's do it. Last fight of the night. Let's see it. Always the more exciting one. But that's a lot of really good ideas, because I still remember a lot of the events. I can talk about the worst times in Epic 7. Honestly, maybe I'll do that one. But I would need to research that one. I would need to talk about people with that one to double check stuff. That's true. That's the hope. I mean, I hope it's fun. But I posted it on Reddit, and some people were like really salty about it. And I was like, bro, I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like I was just letting y'all know it's possible. So, it's Reddit. I can't expect anything from there. I wanted to do another Reddit review. Alright, let me commentate this one. As if it's a real one. Dude, a worst Epic 7 update? Oh, I could name 3 off the top of my head. The Sage Ball fiasco with the World Boss update was absolutely the worst. That one was actually where a lot of players actually quit. And the GG collab, I think the second rerun was not great, because they hyped us up and it was just GG collab. I was just like, I guess. Pet system was also a bad one. What's the other one that was a really bad memory that I was just like, this patch actually sucks? Usually big patches aren't terrible. I-90 gear was a mixed one. I know some people hated the I-90 patch. Some people thought the I-90 patch was like killer, because they thought like with the I-90 they said like, oh, the game's dead, right? Because good gear gets better, whales get better, and it didn't. Like, yeah, it was like that for like the first 2-3 months while people caught up, but at this point it's like reforged materials are not too hard to come by. Like, they come at a pretty acceptable rate. Right, let's see this last one. I'll commentate it full on out. So here on the right, we got T-Crosset, who, again, amazing unit. We got the Holiday Youthing to counter. We see the last order crawl last pick to counteract that Holiday Youthing pick, because if he reads the bans right and leaves the Holiday Youthing and he doesn't ban the last order crawl, that's a really hard matchup for Holiday Youthing. And of course he has to ban it. But this one actually might be pretty interesting. There is the T-Crosset with the LQC hard punishing the T-Crosset. So depending on how fast this LQC is, she should hopefully be able to take the turn away and be able to bonk this T-Crosset. I don't think he Bazaars here though. I don't think he Bazaars S3s. Do you? Actually, you can actually. The T-Crosset is not that far forward. Youthing into all crawl is terrible. It's such a terrible experience. This is gonna be really tight. If this Holiday Youthing takes a turn, that could be trouble. But I'm pretty sure the Stana can kill it, right? Oh yeah, the Stana can definitely kill it. I forget attack buff. Yeah. Kill the LQ. Whoa, no soul burn? What? That was so risky. Wait, why? I'm trying to understand what happened here. I'm trying to understand why he decided to do what he did. I guess it doesn't really matter, right? He still wins the game, but that's interesting. Because he could push up Vivian here, right? Get an S3. He gets a Vivian guaranteed. Soul Run S2, I'm pretty sure. Assuming this is Dignus Orb. Let's see the damage on this LQC. I don't want to say anything until I see the damage on this LQC, because she could just stomp, right? She could just bop the whole team, and then the Stana can just kill with the souls afterwards. We'll see. We'll have to see the damage. This Vivian has to kill without Soulburn. Probably doesn't happen. I mean, if she kills the Bazaar, yeah, without Soulburn it's a little bit harder. If you had Soulburn, that would have been really, really bad. But the fact that I didn't get Soulburn makes it okay. Very risky though. Very, very risky. Could have almost saved the Soulburn or saved the S2 till later. Oh, never mind. Almost, but not quite. He would have to miss a crit here. Yeah, it didn't happen. That was risky. The new hero, I really hope it's Senya, but I don't think it'll be. Right now, it's very ML heavy, to say the least. Except Robbie. Like, there's like, right now it's like MLs make the core of most teams, but the RGBs actually finish a lot of the core teams. Like, Robbie is probably one of the best units in the game, and she's fire. SSB is still insanely powerful. Kise is just disgustingly strong. Cerise is still really good. Landy's Earth, which makes her really, really strong. She's really, really good at what she does. Just like the core and the knights are all MLs, but then the other stuff is not. So it's pretty cool. So, alright, that is all I got for you guys today. Brina's, yes, it could be possible, but I hope not. I hope Brina's is another connection here and she's a 4-star. I hope Brina's is a 4-star. We need more 4-stars. We haven't had any 4-stars yet, right? It'd be nice to get 4-stars. We got a lot of 3-stars, which was really cool at the start, and all of them are really cool. But we need 4-stars. Like, Brina should be a 4-star. But alright, that's all I got for you guys today. Hope y'all enjoyed. And I will see y'all next time. I probably will not, I will not be streaming this Thursday. And I will not be streaming on Sunday this week, since I am taking a short vacation. So, I will see y'all next time. Hope y'all enjoyed. I'll be ready for some cool content for you guys. And I'll have it nice and ready and spicy for you guys. But I'll see y'all next time. Peace.